You know, it's funny that some people just think life is all fucking fun and games, right? They take nothing seriously. They think everything's a joke. They think that everything is funny. Oh, just make fun of everyone constantly, bully everyone constantly. Yeah, you know, you have to understand that these things get to people. Instead, I'll just continue on as long as everything's funny and happy for us and benefits us, right? But, you know, give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass. I don't know what the fuck idiots are talking about with memes and shit. Oh, it's like, he's just like me. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't follow your dumb fucking memes. So take your meme and shove it up your fucking ass, because I have the ability to make an observation that's factually fucking based. A very intelligent brain. Just because I'm Darkside Phil doesn't mean I get to ignore fucking facts that the characters in this game are going through what I go through on a daily fucking basis. Shut the fuck up. I'm not taking your shit. I don't care who the fuck it is. There's people in the chat right now. Oh, he's doing a meme. Oh, this is cringe. Shut the fuck up and eat it.
Ah, yes, very exciting day. Rest. All right, it's working. Hello, everyone. So a very exciting day today. I voted, but did Phil? We'll be watching Phil. We'll be watching Alpha Males. We'll also be playing I'll be playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on the Man Cube. I put a cheap charger next to it to show the scale of how small this is, because the picture would not let you see. Can you hear me still? Okay. I feel like every time I change a scene, I'm afraid if the mic got muted again. Look how tiny that thing is. That is 32 gigs of RAM. I upgraded it to 2 terabytes of storage. It has the 7840 HS in here. Yes. 78, so it has 8 cores, 16 threads, and it has 12 compute units of, it's the Radeon 780M. I don't know if that's Zen 3 Plus or no, RDNA 3, whatever. So that, and it plays cool. I was actually, what I was doing is, I'm so actually surprised I made it. Review actually made it on time for a stream, USA. I was testing out Call of Duty Black Ops 6, benchmarking it, and I got it. I could get it to run at a solid 60 on here. It's at a mix of the basic preset. I could probably get it to run at 120, but who cares? You're only going to see it at 60 anyway. So, yeah, this thing is nuts, man. Look at that little computer. I've edited 4K video on this thing. Great for music production. It actually makes the, which I'm excited for. I have one ordered, okay? The new Mac Mini, this thing is like probably, that thing is like 2.5 of this. At least in, not height, but in dimension. So, it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. So I'll be playing on that. I always like playing on underdog computers. Like, yeah, obviously if you have a 4090, it's going to play just fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, duh. So, yeah, I have that. I didn't get the... Oh, thank you, Patrick, for gifting a sub, by the way. Or a member, I mean. I appreciate that. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. Am I making a new channel? I don't know. I'm going to be streaming. Plenty. I stopped for a while. It wasn't even anything to do with this. I had family members with health issues. Everyone's okay, thankfully. But it was like all at once, like 3 people at once. Everyone's fine, though. Everyone's fine. So I wasn't in a state to deal with any of this shit. It happened all at once. What, where I voted? No, there was no police oh, we want to watch police activity? I thought you meant where I voted. No, there wasn't anything going on there. Nothing funky. I went there. I'm actually, like, again, I said I'm surprised. I went there and got back here in time. That's a good question. How much does this computer cost? Let me go to Minis Forum. That's a damn good question. I got, I think, $4.99. You're paying for the size, but you're getting a full-fledged Windows PC that you could play Elden Ring on high settings at 1080p and edit 4K video. Can you go away? Thank you. Products. AMD. Can you see this? Yes, you can. There's my man cube. Oh, wow. It went up in price. I thought it was cheaper than that. No, that's the one you want. Well, I mean, no, that's not even true, man. You could get this one, and you could just, it's super easy to upgrade the SSD. You just got to take the rubber feet off on the bottom. Make sure you, like, do it gently so the glue doesn't come off because you got to put it back on. Take the screws out, and the SSD is right there. The only thing it has is a tiny fan to keep the SSD cool, and that's on a cable. Just make sure you don't pull the back off too hard. Super simple. I bought this too, so it's not that. I mean, Minis Forum has sent me products before to review. I liked this so much back in the day. I bought it about a year ago. I got 2 of them. Yeah, look at the scale.
I voted based on who was most
next to it. Okay,
like inclined to focus on workers' rights.
You could literally put that in your pocket or a purse or up your ass or whatever, and you have a full-fledged PC.
I believe it.
You could actually, this is USB 4. I've plugged USB-C displays in there. Works perfect. Really impressive computer. Playing Black Ops 6 on it.
$600, bro. You could just buy like
Big Cheese is $200.
You could just buy a full PC.
I'm gonna hit the applause
like a full
for you,
starting
Omeko.
PC
that is insane.
for that much.
What's up, Torvish? How are you? Yeah, I'm fine with that.
When he does a marathon
permission
stream
to re-upload the videos. Remember? Maybe you don't. You may have not been here, but I said it on a stream that. Oh well. You know, I gave full permission. I'm like, hey, it's not that I was trying to hide anything. You can upload whatever the hell you want to. I'm pretty sick
today, guys. So
I gave full permission to do it.
I'm not feeling my best today.
Who sold Bibles to fund their car? Yeah, I had a lot of stuff, BB Phil, going on in real life, health issues with family, and I was just like, I needed to step away. I was going to step away for longer, but I'm like, I've been fucking out of commission like 90% of this year. What am I responding to Phil with? What did Phil say? DSP Paul. Now, admittedly, if I'm going to be fully transparent, the first election I ever voted in was the 2020 election. Okay, I registered
You're an idiot.
Back then. I'm like, I told myself, look, if I'm going to have opinions on this shit, I need to be an active participant in it. I can't just talk about it. And then Frame Trap, how are you? Thank you for the super chat. So Cock Clock, thank you. Elmeco, thank you. Patrick,
I'm just not going to vote.
So I'm like, nah, if I'm going to have an opinion on this stuff, I kind of need to, you know, actually be a participant.
What the dumbest shit?
Unless you haven't been around for a while. I haven't done a mod purge in ages. Huh, that's weird. I'll mod you
Bro,
again.
Did I load up a dab last night and not take it? You did. That's not like me, bro.
No, 2020 was the first time I voted.
That's pathetic.
And I'm saying that because, look, if I'm going to roast Phil, I gotta be honest. To be like, look, my first active, when I was an active participant in the voting process, I do know what you want.
I'm a size. I like big dicks. I'm a size. I like big dicks. I like big dicks.
Like, how could you complain about something you're not participating in, right? But Phil isn't even... Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, too. Can, like, another managing mod unmod somebody? Maybe it was that. I don't know.
A managing mod manages
I wouldn't
your
have
channel, bro.
unmodded you, though. Yes, Dickers for president. Your boyfriend is a size king. The dead man is here. Another reformed person. You, John Hardwick. Yeah, I really hate how our voting system works, Neil. I think you're from the States, right? Anyway, why am I saying that to you like that? Anyway, popular vote. The Electoral College is shit. Anyway. You could say Dickers. There's other stuff I filtered out so the chat doesn't get spam, but you could say Dickers. I'm pretty... Yeah, someone said Dickers right there. And they didn't use any funky characters. I'm a funky character. Can you also do a mod, or at least unmod the guy banning everyone for... I did unmod. I did a few unmods, relaxed Peg Danis. Voting for Keffels. She would have take all the campaign funds and go on a fucking vacation with it. Liquid Dickers. See, everyone's saying Dickers. I did not ban the word Dickers. See? Dickers is not banned.
Man, you'll never catch me voting for a woman that enslaved a bunch of men because she wanted cheap and free labor.
What's
bro.
up, Viva Loran?
Never.
How are you?
Ever.
Dickers and chill. Is this caffeinated? No, it's not caffeinated. Good. I have no idea. I have no idea who is going to win. I have no fucking clue. It is a...
It's more than likely going to be Trump.
Thin, they are neck and neck. They are neck and ass.
Can we get into the actual politics of the show?
And I think anyone who's confident who's going to win in either direction is a fucking idiot. To be quite frank with you. Oh, my Mac Mini, I can't wait. Even though this Mini makes that Mac Mini look big. But it's still a hell of a lot smaller than the other Mac Mini. Anyway, let's talk about Phil. So, Duty actually gave me a heads up about this. Shout out to Duty. Again, like I said before, Captain DS Politics wants to branch out into politics, but
What is...
But bro,
isn't registered to vote.
Moron, you weren't either until 4 years ago, which means you literally voted for Joe Biden. And that was the first election you voted in. Not the one against Trump when you were talking about politics. Well, you voted against Trump the second time. But the first time, you didn't do anything, yet you complained about him. Are you stupid? You didn't vote, yet you complained about his policy. It's your fault, dum-dum. In that aspect, it's your fucking fault.
Oh, Phil. You're right. Can't Phil register? I'm pretty sure you could register to vote today. Or am I wrong about that? I did it beforehand. And vote today, Phil, I'm pretty sure. You could correct me if I'm wrong, though. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me see. Cat pegs Phil. Whale waffle.
He's not educated enough to do that.
Let me see. Shout out toilet. Maybe no one knows. I don't think we were going to know. Yeah, I don't think we're going to know. It's not, unless it's like a blowout in either direction where it's indisputable who won. There's no way we're going to know today. So, yeah, so Sir Reginald.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this video, folks, is an election special video. That's right. Now you might say to yourself,
I love this is his Project 7 run. That run is amazing. Oh, Phil, you are a treasure, dude.
It's literally been there the entire fucking time.
Why are you talking about politics? You're a DSP detractor. What's going on? Well, there are a couple reasons. One,
oh, Joe Biden it would have just been Trump. Like, we wouldn't even have to wait for votes. It's just like, yo, this is over. This is over. If he didn't step down, it's a wrap.
Huh?
Your boy Duty believes that voting is a civic duty. You should go and vote. If you can vote legally, go and vote. Go express who you feel can lead this country in the right direction for the next 4 years.
I agree with that. Why is it? All right, now it's working. I agree with that. That's why I registered and I voted in 2020. I'm like, how am I talking about politics all the time and I'm not even fucking voting?
What? You're a goddamn moron. See, this is what pisses me off, and this is why I stopped being a Democrat. Bro, most of you people are so fucking stupid that you can't even figure out how to register to vote, yet all you want to do is complain about the politics. You want to complain about those in charge, but you never want to do anything about it. Even something as simple as casting your vote, you don't want to do it. Yet you want to complain, cry, bitch, piss, and moan about everyone in charge. You have no room to complain about those in charge when you're unwilling to do anything to mitigate it. Anything. It's the dumbest shit, bro.
You can't do it. It's just being hypocritical. So I'm like, so I dragged my fat ass up at fucking, I got up at, what was it, 7 to get down there. I didn't get down till 10. And then I voted. And here I am. I'm a voting man.
And secondly, I'm not a big fan of people that complain. I'm not a big fan of people who complain about politicians, complain about laws, complain about, you know, anything in the realm of...
Yeah, that is true. Vote RFK to piss him off because he's trying to be in like Trump's cabinet. So if you vote for him, it's taking away a vote from Trump. The irony. Oh God, that's funny.
Of politics, right? And yet refuse to get out of their seats.
A vote that refuses to make a choice and is written in as something stupid. Like today, I saw somebody write in the Cowboys on their ballot. No, every time you do that, it's just a vote for the person you don't like. That's all it is. When you refuse to make a choice, you're saying my choice in the matter doesn't matter. It doesn't count. So therefore, I'm just going to do something stupid. This is what happens when you get people in the voting booth that don't know what they're voting for or why they're voting.
To get off their butts and actually cast a vote. In Duty's opinion, if you don't cast a vote, shut the fuck up. Don't complain.
Mm-hmm.
He's right.
Rich.
That's why, like I said, he's 100% right.
Do not complain. You're being a hypocrite. Now, that keyword there, hypocrite, is why your boy Duty is making this video.
Well, we're talking about Phil. This guy wouldn't even leave. This guy switched up. He could pretend to 4D chess and, oh, he sure got it over on the trolls by disappointing his audience who actually donated to him for him to eat a certain thing. He won't even leave his house to get food when it's right down the road.
Mm-hmm.
When he got like $2,000 cumulatively to do, like, you think he's gonna go vote? He would probably light himself on fire, penning in the dots on the ballot anyway. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, when I vote here, what do I? Phil, they can't look at who you're voting for, Phil. That's why it's private, Phil. But this is garbage. No wonder why people don't vote. He would be the only person who would leave there confused and not, like, he would leave with the marker up his ass and not voting for anybody.
Okay, DSP's not Cyrex.
Oh, but, like, Phil, they can't help you, Phil. That's the point. It's private for your protection. Hey, Rich, how's it going, man? Are you ready to prepare for the end of democracy tonight? Once fucking Trump dictator takes over, I'm not voting for neither. Well, I still voted. We'll see what... Dude, I don't think anyone knows in either direction, which if you think Kamala is going to win, stop. If you think Trump is definitely going to win, stop. I'm not... What bothers me, though, is I do think that pollsters, because they're afraid to be like, oh, wow, we were really wrong... Even if they have solid data in either direction, whether it's leaning towards Trump or leaning towards Kamala.
Did you come in here?
We don't want to be wrong. Like, dude,
Trump
really?
Trump is probably going to win
do
big
your job.
birds, but yeah, that's what it is.
Don't be afraid of getting, but everyone's afraid of getting backlash.
I'm not feeling too good,
democratic.
so unfortunately.
And when you think of hypocrite, well, obviously you typically think of DarkSide.
Let me see Streamlabs. Let me do something with Streamlabs.
Dude, I was so fucked last night. I was up all night.
Because I cleared out the cache.
What?
Thought I had everything ready. I forgot. I always forget about fucking Streamlabs. I'm an idiot. Let me log in real quick.
Ups,
Sorry.
Good morning. Welcome in.
Log in with YouTube.
Thank you for choosing my place of business. Thank you, thank you. Remember, 2 big bills.
No, I don't trust Streamlabs. I've been using it for years. I don't trust them.
I trust Streamlabs.
Its updates can be incompetent, but I do trust Streamlabs at least.
Nothing they've done has made me doubt them. All my pop-ups and everything run through Streamlabs.
Well, Dead Man, that's a big change. You can't say, Rich, I haven't changed. I just stopped drinking. That's not a change. That's me being a fucking adult and being responsible. But it's changed you as a person for the better, right? So what's wrong with that? All right, so... yeah, let's see. Tips. God, I sound like Phil. Discard changes. They didn't change anything. Tips. Ugh, I hate that word. How do you... tip message settings. They changed it again, dude. Where is it? Minimum amount to alert. Here we go. $10. The reason why I'm doing that is because if I had it anything lower, you would just get a bunch of spam donations. Let's see if this goes through. Or not. There we go.
Kevin donated $37. This is a test donation for $37.
No, no text-to-speech, though. No, 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 no. No. All right, so there you go. That should mitigate the...
Bro, pay $10 just to have your chat pop up on the screen?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, my chat gets...
man.
They get their own part of the screen on my streams, bro. That's pathetic.
Yeah, it's gonna. We aren't gonna know. Someone else said it too, and they're 100% correct. We ain't gonna know shit today, unless it's a landslide in either direction. We ain't gonna know shit. It's not gonna be. We just aren't. That's it. What's up, Golden Knight? How are you? So, yeah, let me make sure. All right, cool. So, that should be okay. And I turn text-to-speech off. Oh, you know what I want to do? I'm going to change the sound. And even after the election, because I always wanted to have this as the... Let's find... You can't find... Did you mean YouTube? Yes, I did mean fucking YouTube. No, I meant YouPorn. So, let's see. Donald Trump. Ocean water. Big water. Oh.
Me too.
Where you go? Is this it?
And I mean, the thing. Hold on. The thing that kept me voting for Kamala Harris is this. Just because it was years ago doesn't mean it's any less pertinent or any less important.
Don't you love that song?
This isn't it. It was the time when Tulsi Gabbard destroyed the shit out of Kamala Harris.
As the elected Attorney General of California,
this is
I
why
did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done. And I am proud of that work. And I am proud of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work.
This is what I don't get. Tulsi Gabbard, a highly educated woman, a biracial woman, a military veteran, an elected official. Why would you not choose her? What does Kamala Harris have that Tulsi Gabbard doesn't have? She's a person of color. She's a highly decorated public official. She has well-established ties, all of it. What does Kamala Harris have? A record of enslaving people, allowing free and open borders to the detriment of our own people. That's going to be her legacy. Enslaving black men and allowing free and open borders that caused inflation we haven't seen ever in our history. It makes no sense why they would choose her over Tulsi Gabbard. I would have voted for Tulsi Gabbard.
Position to use the power that I had to reform a system that is badly in need of reform. That is why we created initiatives that were about re-entering former offenders and getting them counseling. It is why, and because I know that criminal justice system is so broken, that I am an advocate for what we need to do to not only decriminalize but legalize marijuana in the United States.
I want to bring Congresswoman
same woman that enslaved innocent black men.
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not, and worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that, and the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Senator Harris.
My entire career, I have been personally opposed to the death penalty, and that has never changed. And I dare anybody who is in a position to make that decision, to face the people I have faced, to say, I will not seek the death penalty. That is my background. That is my...
It's this simple. Have you been proven of committing murder? Yes? Death penalty. End of story. Has it been definitively proven, without a shadow of a doubt, that you committed said murder? Death penalty. Have you assaulted somebody? Castration. It's that simple. Permanent consequences for permanent action. That's what it is. If you can't bring a life back, why does the killer get to keep theirs? I'll never understand it. And I understand an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind, but these are people who have been confirmed murderers. They have no eyes left, in my opinion.
My work, I am proud of it. I think you can judge people by when they are under fire, and it's not about some fancy opinion on a stage, but when they're in the position to actually make a decision, what do they do? When I was in the position of having to decide whether or not to seek a death penalty on cases I prosecuted, I made a very difficult decision that was not popular to not seek the death penalty. History shows that, and I am proud of those decisions.
Senator Harris, thank you very much. Senator Bennett, a question for you. Why are you the best candidate to heal the racial divide that exists in this country today, which has been stoked by the president's racist rhetoric?
Yeah, first of all, the president's racist rhetoric should be enough grounds for everybody in this country to vote him out of office. That one thing alone should be enough. Second, Don, I want to answer your question by tagging on the conversation we were just having. This is the fourth debate that we have had, and the second time that we have been debating what people did 50 years ago with busing, when our schools are as segregated today as they were 50 years ago.
No, they're fucking not. I can go to a school right now and see a class of black, white, Hispanic, Indian, Asian. They're all there. What the fuck? Schools are segregated in 2020. What?
We need a conversation about what's happening now. And when there's a group of kids in this country that don't get preschool through no fault of their own, and another group does, equal is not equal. And we've...
No, these are the same fucking people that think voter ID laws would hinder the black voter from getting or casting their vote. These are the same people that think that think people of color are too stupid to fill out a piece of paper, to bring a social security card, to bring $80. You're telling me that black people can't afford $80? Bro, in your opinion, voter ID laws are wrong because minorities can't afford $80? Bro, to me, that's racist because I've never known a minority person that doesn't work their fucking ass off. Bro, never a day in my life. I grew up around Hispanic farm workers, bro. They go to bed working. They wake up working. They never stop. And you have the audacity to say that people of color can't afford to get a driver's license, bro? You're ignorant.
You've got a group of K-12 schools that are good because families can spend $1 million, and you've got the Detroit public schools that are as segregated as they were. Equal is not equal.
I'm sorry, what?
And let me tell you something else, Don.
I hate this argument for equity over equality, bro. No, equity is bullshit, right? People don't get a leg up just because they start from a hindered position. It's not fair. At that point, if you have to go around helping everybody, then why is anybody gonna put effort into the things they do if they have the socialist backing to just not try? If they know that the government is going to come in and cover for the faults that they can't cover for, then why would they try to fix themselves? It's reductive, and I think it's harmful to the American person. Honestly, I do.
Appropriate departments of our government from home.
Yo, he does have small hands, man. He really does. Yo, he really does have small hands.
Homeland Security to Defense are engaged fully in the disaster and the response and recovery effort probably has never been seen for something like this. This is an island surrounded by
Thomas, this is going to be a
water,
shit show.
big water, ocean water. We're closely
ocean water. It's surrounded by big water, ocean. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Why'd you copy the link, bro?
Oh, like it's like if Phil actually did become president, dude. He's big water, ocean water. No, I thought it was surrounded by sink water. I thought it was surrounded by tap water, Donald.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. These are his saved videos. Let's see what he got. Okay, Review Tech USA hacked JKB's IP address from New York. Okay, this is a video he has saved. DSP scams viewers 2K. DSP rages over RTU streams. DSP rages over RTU streams calling him out for scamming his viewers out of 150K. Oh my god, it's more. DSP goes nuclear, bans loyal viewer laughing at him for comparing his life to a Like a Dragon story. Review Tech USA reacts to his downfall, confirms everything true. Bro, Rich, that's fucking sad. That is fucking sad. Bro, I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of this, and I'm gonna have to let everybody know that you're just utterly obsessed with this man. "4K video downloader. Why do you need this video, bro?"
Remind me later. Fucking time I open up this program, it has an update. Well, what else is new? Big water, ocean water. Tremendous water. Alright, let's open up a little bit of Sound Forge here. Ah, fucking suck my cock. Downloaded MP3 and ain't gonna recognize that shit. I'm a great streamer, aren't I? No. Oh, so here we go. We'll get the ocean water, and when you donate the $10 in Streamlabs, you will get the ocean water.
And in the disaster and the response and recovery effort probably has never been seen for something like this. This is an island surrounded by water, big water, ocean water. We're closely coordinated.
Ocean water. Surrounded by big... What is big water? What is that like Big Pharma?
4K video downloader. Downloader.
Oh my god, I'm not stoned. I'm just high on life right now. Maybe
you ain't wrong, Peter Freakout.
Or something, but right now I'm fine.
Shit, you could put a piece of wood,
ocean water,
in front of a camera, dress it up like Plank from Ed, Edd and Eddy, and I guarantee you it would have.
The Stream Deck is in your ass. So now when you actually hit the applause, you're like, listen, there's a Stream Deck on my ass. I'm like, so you slap your ass cheeks and you hear an applause?
Bro, why? What? Wait a minute. Why are you and Phil so obsessed with stuffing stuff up your ass? Why? It seems like everything you say is, can I put this in my butt?
Ocean water, ocean water.
Most of his takes are basically insulting the person, calling them an idiot, and not knowing what they need to do, not knowing what to do, and just bashing them without really giving too much insight or actually giving actually recommendations on what he thinks they should do. Of course, he just sits there and shits all over them. And he does the same exact thing with politics. He'll shit on politicians. He'll call all the politicians garbage. He'll complain, you know. But of course, you would think,
and he'll pontificate about it for like an hour.
Someone that has an opinion on politics, right, would do their best to express their views and opinions on politics, right? And what's the best way of doing that? Well, the best way of doing that is actually voting, right? Is going out and voting. And
I can't believe he plays that stupid fucking game. It's Candy Crush with like PS2 graphics on the top.
Bro, shut the fuck up. You live with your mom.
Expressing your opinion via vote, right?
He can and again, play WWE champions, but at least he doesn't live with his mom.
You should not have an opinion on politics. If you're eligible to vote, let's say if you're eligible to vote, and you don't vote, you should shut the fuck up. Alrighty then. So I said to myself, you know what? I'm really curious. Has Phil ever has Phil ever voted? Like, has he ever talked about it?
Casted a vote.
And I looked at Pick2Go, couldn't find anything. There's nothing out there that shows Phil even voted, who he voted for, if he had to go take a break.
Again, he won't leave his house for food if it's not on the DoorDash app. You think he's gonna sit in a line and vote?
Dude, how does DSP go grocery shopping?
So of course your boy Duty got very...
I agree with Duty though. Sorry. I mean, some people, I that's why I voted it.
Oh, the common opinion. I agree with that. I'm big smart man.
In 2020, I'm like, I can't talk about this shit if I'm not active. How can you have a say in something you're not participating in?
I don't know. How about you ask yourself that question?
Yeah, because I'm going to trade in my... I have 2 PS... Well, actually, I have 3 PS5s. I'm going to trade them in. Use them for that.
I love my PS5. I wouldn't get rid of it.
So why not?
Even after I got my PC.
And
my
I said
PS5
to myself,
is still right here on my desk, bro.
I know this information is available to the public, so let me go on to the Washington Gov website where you can actually submit for a database extract of voter registration.
And I know it might be a controversial opinion, but the PlayStation 5 controller, absolutely better than the Xbox controller. Always around. Always around. There's nothing on the Xbox controller that outdoes the DualSense. Nothing.
I'll actually tell you who is active in the voter rolls, right? And I went in there and I filled it out, populated my information, and I, of course, pick Phil's county. And then you submit it, and then what happens is you actually get a database. You get a database of every active...
No, Phil, he always tells on himself without even realizing. Like I said, he'll tell you every fart of his mundane, boring-ass days off. But asking if he drove to a place to vote, not asking who he voted for. Look, you don't want to give that away, whatever, because people are vindictive bastards. I just don't give a shit. So I'll tell you.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious who I voted for.
If he actually went to vote.
I don't like Kamala Harris, and I'd never vote for somebody that enslaved somebody else.
Here we are.
Like, actually enslaved.
Voter as of
she kept those people
this election cycle,
to work them
you get a
free,
database that gives you all that information. It gives you general information, but enough for you to find whether a person is registered to vote or not.
Then we're going to watch Phil try to play fear. That I might spur out. I'm not going to lie. That I'm going to. Because, of course, instead of prepping for something, like, for example, I was benchmarking to get the ideal settings on the Man Cube for Call of Duty Black Ops, so you're not sitting there, should I change FSR to balanced, or should I change it to performance? Like, you just want to see me do terrible in Call of Duty. You don't want to see all the fucking back-end shit. Phil was like, nah, you're going to black sheep. Thank you for gifting the membership.
Oh, shit.
Dude, he got the membership.
I'm sizing.
Well, I mean, you're using his content. You might as well give him something.
I like big dicks. I like big dicks.
Another banger from Phil. I forgot about this one.
Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon so you can eat shit out of my fucking ass.
I want to watch.
You can eat shit out of my ass.
Everyone's saying that, like, Anna Kasparian was becoming Dave Rubin could suck a dick. If you go actually... I don't white knight for anybody. I have been critical. Benny...
Bro, they're talking about Anna Kasparian being more centrist left than extremist left. Anna Kasparian is still a leftist. She's just more left of center now, instead of left from extreme left, right? Cenk Uygur is extreme left. They can do nothing wrong. The right's constantly at fault. Extremism, because he never accepts fault for his own party. Anna Kasparian, she seemingly has seen that both sides are pretty much the same, right? None of them want to live up to the policies that they run on. They just want to use the American people. They just want to pit us against each other. You know, she's seen that apparently. And now she's more centrist than extremist. Why is that wrong? I've never understood that. People were literally coming out against her because she wasn't an extremist left. Why? You have Cenk Uygur. Why does he need an echo chamber? Because what he's saying is stupid and noticeably lies, bro. I mean, for as much as people want to condemn Fox News, how are you going to the Young Turks and saying this is unbiased information? It's literally just the leftist Fox News, bro. Or the Daily Wire for the left, you know?
Times of TUIT before, you guys know. But to say because someone's like, yeah, I'm going to look at each situation nuanced. Dave Rubin didn't do that. He's like, oh yeah, I'm a classic liberal. And then he was like, can I suck Trump's cock now?
Exactly,
and
big
they've
birds.
also been saying it's not Garrett. They're the only like left leaning who's been like, it ain't.
I mean, you can't completely divorce yourself from the news.
Neck and neck, son.
Because you do have to know what's happening. You just have to be able to see what's the truth and what's propaganda. And it's really hard. It is really hard. Off Twitter.
And then, dude, we'll watch whoever the hell you want to watch. You want me to go louder with Crowder? I'm sure he's live streaming. Or is he like in witness protection program now? Or is
Bro, you're a leftist. Yes, absolutely. 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 If you're this educated leftist, yes. Go to Ben Shapiro. Go to Louder with Crowder. If they're wrong, prove it. Prove that what they're saying is propagandized bullshit. Do it. But you won't, because you don't know shit. Yet you want to condemn people that throw their hat into the ring and say, I'm here too. You know? But you don't want to put your hat in the ring because you don't have one. You don't have a dog in the fight because you don't educate yourself. You just regurgitate what you see on the internet. It's all you've ever done. When you did gaming news, it was just articles from IGN, bro. It wasn't you getting opinions. It wasn't you getting the news from the source of the person's mouth. It wasn't you using clips. It was just IGN articles, GameSpot articles. This person said that. This person said that. And that was it. No independent thought to be found.
They could watch whoever. I want to get a lot of spectrums. But yeah, I'll watch them.
Do it.
Review Closet. I'm gay. You want me to be gay?
Honestly, I think you are. And that's not a slight against you, bro. You know, more power to you, devil horns and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, big ups, Tubes. But
I'm not on a fucking team. That's why I kind of empathize with that. I don't need the White Knight for Anna. She's probably a fucking millionaire anyway. But
every time I hear that or see that word, I always think of Bill when he's fighting with Jimmy. Bro, it's the funniest shit.
It's like she thinks like I do. I was already thinking this way.
You're an extremist leftist, bro. You literally are. Just look at the way you acted about mask mandates. Maybe I have to go. God damn it. God damn it. Bro, there was this time where he just flipped the fuck out. Here we go.
Simple and who are not bright. Sick of it.
And a Kasparian thinks like I do.
It, man. Piece of shit. You fucking brain dead moron pieces of shit.
Skip it up, fucking loser faggot.
I love how you dropped a bomb on Twitter with the Delta variant. These people are, yeah, fuck them. I don't know what it's the anti-maskers, anti-vaxxers that are spreading the fucking virus around. And if we have to go into another lockdown, I'm just not going to.
I mean, I did the mask thing not because I believed in it, but because I have family who, if I didn't at least try to mitigate it, they could have gotten sick and died. So I didn't care. I really didn't. I just went along with the masks because I would rather look stupid with a mask on my face than lose a family member who could genuinely get sick from it. You know what I mean? So I went along with mask mandate. I did. But I didn't flip the fuck out like this. What the actual fuck is this, Rich? I'm a centrist? No, you're not.
I go out anywhere. I'm just going to go for walks and that's it. Fuck every one of them. I don't care. I'm so... Let me just tiptoe around them because... fuck you.
See?
And what's funny...
What he's describing right now is literally a centrist.
I don't want to tiptoe around it.
So what, you just want unintelligible, blind loyalty, absent of thought. That's what you want. But you want to proclaim yourself a centrist when you're literally decrying leftist propaganda, bro.
Is all the people like Tucker Carlson got the vaccine.
Uh-huh.
But he'll spew anti-vax nonsense because they're just grifting to you. That's all.
At this point, Rich did it. This was the first time Rich had ever voted. Ever. Because this was around 2020. And his dumb ass was just sitting up here, chomping at the bit.
All they're doing. They don't give a fuck about you. They'll tell you one thing and do the exact opposite just to get your money and play you like fucking fools.
Oh my God, the hypocrisy.
How do you not see that? How do you not get that?
So I take it the Young Turks
Christ
are a
almighty
non-profit?
in heaven, and I have to tiptoe around these people, but they can call me a liberal cuckold they want to. Fuck the fuck off.
You are a liberal cuck.
I'm so tired of it. I'm not kissing ass anymore.
You do
fuck
all the
off.
time.
And fuck you if you don't like it. I sit there having these know-it-alls sitting there. I just take vitamin C. I just do this. Are you a doctor? No. But I watched a TikTok video, and I have to sit there and bow to you? Suck a dick.
Those things wouldn't necessarily hurt you. Would it help you? Probably not. But would it hurt you? No. Taking a vitamin supplement to boost your immune system during a pandemic, right, is a what? Good idea. My God, bro.
Everyone all of a sudden magically has a medical fucking degree with COVID, right? Yeah, I got the vaccine. I got the vaccine also because, look, I wore the mask, no problem, and unfortunately, I'll have to wear them again. But I do kind of like being able to go to the mall, go to the grocery store, and not wear a mask because I did my part. But these fucking brain-dead assholes who believe stupid fucking conspiracies that also came from a president who, shall I add, also now brags about the fact I was the one who was tremendously fast at getting us the tremendous vaccine, even though I was making fun of Joe Biden for not wearing a mask. And I don't like Joe Biden, so don't even fucking go there with me with that. I can't stand it.
For him.
I have family that are like that. Fuck them too. Fuck my family that's like that. So if you think I'm going to bow down to, I want to bow down my own family. Who the fuck are you if you're in that camp? You ain't shit to me. So fuck off.
Bro, you voted for Joe
Tired
Biden.
of it, man. I'm tired of sitting there, keeping my mouth shut. Oh, I want someone else to watch the video. Get an extra. Fuck you. Go watch someone else who's stupid like you, or is smart and knows you're stupid and wants to grift to you to get your money because they're spineless, moralless cowards.
This dude champions the Young Turks. Punch the desk, dipshit.
Fucking tired of it. Christ almighty in heaven. You think you're fucking geniuses. Like I have an aunt that thinks she's a rocket scientist because she watches TikTok videos. I know people that are doctors and nurses in the front lines who talk to me all the time, and she's trying to refute with them. She's a fucking moron. My aunt is a moron. I'll say to her, she's a fucking moron.
And there might be a reason why your family's disjointed and
I love
none
it
of
when
them
they do
really
their own
like
research. Yeah, it means they watched like 2 videos. Like they watched Plandemic and they're rocket scientists. Fuck you. Tell my friend who's a nurse practitioner who's writing death certificates.
You know who is a rocket scientist, though? Elon Musk. You know what the best idea I've heard from a recent person is? Governmental what is it? What is that branch of the government where they want to monitor the government and how much they're doing or what they're doing? I can't remember, but it's Elon Musk's whole shit. That dude's a rocket scientist. And I mean, if he can find the money to build hundreds of rockets, right? I'm pretty sure he can find where all the spending is going. And I'm pretty sure I know where it is. It's in a bunch of proxies overseas that we desperately don't want to be in, but we're in anyway. That's probably where our money's going. Just a thought. Just a thought.
All the time. Tell her how much of a conspiracy it is. Tell my cousin who was in perfect physical shape who died of it. Tell her that. My other friend who I know all the way back from grammar school, who's the head nurse at a hospital, who sees what's going on. Tell them it's all a conspiracy, you fucking brain-dead moron pieces of shit. I'm so tired of it. Fucking conspiracy theory assholes. How do you feel, though?
The disease didn't come out of Wuhan, China.
But it did.
Oh, Tyler, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, and I hope you catch it. Go catch it. Go catch the virus then, you invincible man. Go have your vitamin C. Go measure your dick in the mirror, and fuck off. Piece of shit.
I did that. It's a full
Fucking
5
tired
inches
of it.
flaccid, bro.
You stupid brain-dead asshole. What are you going to say to him? You dumb, stupid fuck. Fuck off. So tired of these know-it-alls who have an IQ of 80 thinking they're smarter than anyone else. If you think you're smarter than everyone else, it's a fact that you're a fucking brain-dead fool. Asshole. Fuck you. That's how I really feel. Fuck you and fuck you to hell. Making a fucking conspiracy like this is the first pandemic that's ever happened. Do you read a history book? You don't. But everyone becomes an expert on it when there is an actual pandemic, that everyone thinks they're smarter than everyone who's been in the field, who's studied, who went to school for medicine, who has doctorates in medicine.
Bro, come to find out that there were ramifications from that vaccine. We'll look that up too.
Magically, these morons who couldn't even finish fucking high school, and I know some of them, are smarter than doctors. Fuck you, shut the fuck up and be stupid and don't talk. And don't breed either, because you're dumb. And
Rich, doctors are not scientists. Just because a doctor knows how to fix a heart doesn't mean they know how to accurately proportion rocket fuel. You know what I mean? They're not scientists. They're doctors. So them saying something that has to do with science is irrelevant, as it would be if a barista talked to a doctor about a double mastectomy. Nobody knows other than the doctor, right? And why would the doctor know about medicine? Because they're a doctor. Now, why would a scientist know about scientific things? Because they're what, Rich? Not doctors, exactly.
Kids will be dumb. Sick of it. Sick of it.
Look at his face. He's like, oh shit, what did I do?
Sick of it.
Oh.
God damn. I'm so tired of holding my tongue on it, and I'm not anymore. You're dumb, you're stupid, and I don't want to deal with you. Leave my fucking channel. I don't care. Don't watch it ever again. I don't want stupid fucks watching my channel.
My channel.
Okay,
Christ almighty in heaven. Fuck you to hell, period.
This is the same guy that takes his shirt off.
It's because you assholes that this is going to last forever and it's going to become endemic. because you think you're smarter when you can't even count to 10 with your fucking fingers. To sit there and shut my mouth because they're, and the thing is, these people will talk all the shit in the world, talk down to you, make fun of me, call me fat and all these other fucking things. I open up, these tough guys, I open up, oh my God, I'm never watching your channel again because deep down I'm a giant pussy and I have to pretend I actually am not a pussy and it's fake because I have insecurity issues. Go jerk off to Crowder then. He's right there wearing a gun holster waiting for people like you who are simple and who are not bright.
Oh my God, I never saw that part. I've never seen this part.
Oh my God, I'm never watching your channel again because deep down I'm a giant pussy and I have to pretend I actually am not a pussy and it's fake because I have insecurity issues. Go jerk off to Crowder then. He's right there.
That's literally everything Rich does. Bro, I need this picture. Just of his face, though.
They're wearing a gun holster waiting for people like you who are simple and who are not bright.
I can guarantee you if we put Steven Crowder and Rich from Review Tech on a debate stage and we pitted them against each other, Crowder would be more educated, he would be more informed, he would know what's going on up to date, right? He wouldn't be some moron that's stuck in 2020, right? But he wants to sit here and moral flag and be like, but Steven Crowder is the ignorant one. Bro, it's his job to know. Sure, he might manipulate information. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's an arbiter of the truth. But in a debate, I can guarantee that he would know more up-to-date politics than a fat man who can't watch his children. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, than a fat man whose ex-wife said verbatim that he's virtually abandoned his children, bro. I can guarantee that you'd be all over it because you're just so attentive.
That's what he's there for.
I mean,
for the
don't
simpletons.
like Steven Crowder, but still.
My cousin, man, who was a personal trainer too. Wasn't even just went to the gym. He's dead at 30. What are you going to say to him, rocket scientist? What do you watch, that fucking brain-dead moron, Alan from Everyday Damn Fitness, who thinks his big dick and his pecs are going to save him if he gets sick? You listening to him? That rocket scientist?
Sounds like
I
you
regret
are.
her being on his goddamn channel. He could go fuck off, too. Sitting there spouting that anti-COVID shit. Fucking regret being on his goddamn channel. It's me just speaking the fucking truth. And I just...
I bet Rich would be fitter if he came out as a
literally
gay
was
man.
like seething when I started seeing reports of them saying the mask are going to, I was like, oh man, this is great. I could go out without a mask. I got vaccinated. And now they're going to have to come back on again because people are fucking selfish, dumb pieces of garbage. It's that simple. That's it. It's that simple. They're saying, oh, she must be paid to say that. She's paid to say it was COVID on the death certificate. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're fucking stupid and I hate you. They think they have the balls when they don't have a medical degree to sit there and try to debunk all this. You are irresponsible and you are terrible for doing that. People may die because of what you're putting out there. Do you understand that? Do you understand what you're doing? Shame on you. Shame on you. But Tyler, this is what you don't get. I know it's hard to understand. You not wearing a mask, you not getting the vaccine could get someone else very sick. It's not just about you, genius. I know a lot of people who are right-wingers and who are very conservative. They don't really give a shit about anybody but themselves, but just try for once to care about someone besides you. I know it's hard because your people are selfish generally, but just do it. it's really, I mean, do you check every motherfucking ingredient out at the fucking grocery store when you fucking pick up motherfucking groceries?
Actually, if you're diabetic, your doctor prefers you to check the ingredients, specifically for the amount of processed sugar that is in the product. Especially if it's something sugary like ice cream. You might not want that. So yes, there are predicates that you have to follow for certain things because it might exacerbate the issue. So yes, Rich, you have a point that they should be considerate to the people around them. But on the flip side of that, you can't force people to do things. And that's what it was. We are Americans. You cannot force us to do anything. Right? Even if what they're fighting against is absolutely asinine. People have their right to say no. It's literally what a free country is built on. If we didn't have the right to say no, we would still have unfair representation and we would be taxed out the ass. Oh, wait.
Do you? Do you know every single thing that's going inside there as you shove it down your fucking throat? Do you? Do you? Answer me honestly, do you?
Yeah, if I have diabetes, I'm probably not going to eat a Hostess cake. But you're afraid to stick a fucking
needle in your arm. Do you drink any alcohol? Do you do anything like...
Bro, it's not that they didn't want the vaccine or to help people. They were untrusting of the science behind the vaccine. Because before the vaccine came out, we had heard that it would take X amount of days or X amount of months or X amount of years to develop a vaccine. And they literally had it super fast, so people were skeptical of it. Oh, simulated dumplings. You're not wrong, bro. He thinks people wanted other people to die during COVID, and it wasn't that people were just apprehensive about this vaccine that they were told would take years to develop. Now, I can't remember the definitive time frame, so that's a bit of hyperbole. But people didn't trust it because it wasn't there one day and it was there the next. That's alarming. And then they want people to just blindly accept this random shot in the arm? Why don't you go to the military and ask them how random shots in the arm with no explanation about what's being put in their body has directly harmed them? But we don't want to talk about how vaccinations or untested, unproven vaccinations might be harmful to people, might have ramifications that we can't foresee. Come on, bro. That's fucking stupid.
Like that. So, because unless you're just chewing on beans and slaughtering your own cattle so you know exactly what goes into your body, you're a hypocrite if you don't want to get the vaccine. Sorry, and I'm not fucking sorry. Thank you for the super chat, though.
What an idiot.
What is going on, guys?
No. All right. We're skipping. We're going live. Fuck it.
Lo
we'll
and
do
behold,
it live.
Cat did register. Oh man, let me try to cover
still
up some of this stuff because
bro?
I don't want Phil accusing me of doxing him.
Dude, it's so funny.
How is he
Phil,
still
I
on
guarantee
this?
You behind the scenes, like she's probably miserable. We've already discussed this. It's all speculation, but she's miserable. I bet you she's a much different.
Rich, you're being a hypocrite. You told us that we shouldn't be talking about Kat and that her mental health excuse me, that her mental health problems should exempt her from ridicule, yet you're literally here ridiculing her because of her mental health issues. What the fuck, Rich?
I mean, again, though, but she saw Phil. She found Phil through his live streams. She knew what Phil was.
I think
but
he
maybe
is
she
gonna
really
melt down.
didn't know who Phil was. Maybe she actually believed
I didn't vote for Kamala. I'll be open with that.
And she's like, maybe
I don't
I'll have a different,
approve of the way she handled the prisons when she was in charge in California. And I don't agree with her.
Let me cover this up. All right, so I'm going to show you here. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see her name. And you're going to see the vote.
Even though I agree with immigrants, I don't
her.
agree with illegal immigration.
She's available.
To the point where it's
all right,
causing
so right here it shows some more personal information, which I'm not going to look at.
I don't even disagree with illegal
but right
immigration.
Here,
I just
lo and behold,
disagree with
look what Kat did.
Immigration
That's Phil
with
running to Judy's house right now.
Open borders. It's hurting
Kat
our country.
Actually voted. Big ups, Kat.
Immigrants.
Kat voted on the 16th of October, 2024.
Okay,
she did a mail-in ballot.
Hold on.
Big ups, Kat. Let's give Kat an applause.
Immigrants help our country when we have the resources to sustain immigrants. But at this point in time, in my opinion, we really don't have the resources to sustain immigration to the extent in which it's at now, where it's driving up the cost of everything. You know, housing cost is going up. You can't, you know, and in certain states, you can literally be an illegal immigrant, obtain an I-10 number, and get a license. They pay taxes. For all intents and purposes, they are legal citizens without legal representation. They can't vote. But what the Democrats want to do is they want to grant amnesty to these immigrants, which would give them an install voter base. A big one. Exactly. Medusa, it's a process. And you have to see the bigger picture from the beginning. And it's obvious. Record high immigration. And now they're talking about amnesty for said immigrants. If they make those immigrants legal citizens, what do they get? The right to vote. What's not record highs? Immigration? If I misspoke, you could correct me, bro. This isn't an echo chamber. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Big ups, Kat. Big ups. So it looks like our girl Kat actually voted. So Kat, you can go ahead and complain about politics all you want.
And the thing, what I've always said, which is somewhat sad about Phil, is that his narcissism will never let him get his...
Because unlike Rich, I don't ban people that disagree with me, Unlike Tipster, I don't ban people who bring up actual facts. So if I say something wrong and you know it's wrong, bro, put it in the chat. But if you do, just know you'll get banned and I'll besmirch your name on Twitter. Fuck
probably
you, Tipster.
Being autistic, he'll never get it addressed because someone said, Phil, I'm not joking with you. You may be autistic. They're like, he's like, what are you, a bigot? What does that even mean? No, Phil, they think by your character traits and your mannerisms and things that your behavior is that you may be on the spectrum. How is that being a bigot? So,
Phil is absolutely autistic. Have y'all seen his notes for his stream, bro? Just wait, I'll show you. We got a look behind the vortex recently, and we got to see a script that DSP writes for himself. Dude, I hate that when you type in Twitter, it just does not come up anymore. Oops, excuse me. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. Oh, here, let me play that.
I don't really have much sympathy because he'll never do anything about it and he blames everyone else for his problems.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
No, he's not a felon. He's not a felon.
You can complain about Trump, Harris, Biden, whoever the fuck you want. And you have every right to do so. Phil, shut the fuck up.
This to me, this is a script in which he writes down, you only use AOL. You have mail. You try and load the fucking email. You have to go away, cook like 4 pizzas, watch 6 movies, and it might be halfway loaded. Oh god, it used to be so much fun. But anyway, this is from Shinko. So this is DSP's script that he uses for his pre-show. Now I can't read a lick of what's for his pre-show. Now I can't read a lick. But dude, look at he even slots in categories for stuff he thinks he should bring up. But he wants you to believe that he just talks. Yet there are parts in here that explain his begging. This is nuts. But DSP wants to say that he's not autistic. Bro, that's autism.
Don't give any views on...
When you're writing out the responses to questions that you might get, then yeah, that's autism.
Politics. Don't talk about politics because you're too fucking lazy to go register to vote.
Office.
How fucking lazy are you? Again,
bro, he reminds me of like a real life Michael Scott. He doesn't understand anything that's not explicitly told to him. Right? He wouldn't believe the sky is blue unless somebody directly said the sky is blue. Right? He doesn't understand nuance.
Again, and the reason why I bring this up is because
maybe he's
Phil
more like a Drax
talks
character.
Massive shit about everything, right? And yet won't do anything to make it any better. He rather fucking complain and bitch about the problem versus...
We'll go on to fear. But, yeah.
Bro, you can't just
DS
sit there.
Politics coming soon. Man never voted a day in his life.
And watch his video.
But
bro.
DS Politics, and then don't worry.
I know Duty doesn't really get on people, but you got to actually commentate over the content.
We're gonna move on to Lion Maker coming back. I remember that whole arc very well.
Bro, what does Lion Maker have to do with politics?
This is a new classic from Phil. This isn't.
I'm supposed to read that? There's ants on the screen. Holy shit. In 2002, the U.S. Army formed a secret unit dedicated to... Fuck you.
Well, yeah, Phil. It was meant to run at like 1024 by 768, but you could run the game at 4K 60, no problem.
The unit was named First Encounter Assault
My PC
Recon.
can't run games in 4K. As much as it can go to is 1080p.
I understand it's
but
Halloween.
I can play every game on it.
Buckle up for this.
And it only costs $700.
This is an absolute fucking classic.
Dear. Wow. Here Entertainment presents a Monolith Productions game.
Now again, I do dumbass shit on
Oh,
stream.
from his DK oldies?
Even though I clicked the scene this time, how many times?
There was a rumor going around that Rich got a cease and desist from DK oldies. And they had found that some of his purchased content, or like purchased consoles, weren't actually what they had sent him. So the prevailing narrative, until Rich came out and said that he deleted his channel because of invalid clicks, was that DK Oldies was planning to sue him because he lied about their product, harming their sales. Which Rich did do that. Now, whether or not he lied is subjective. I don't know. But Rich did directly target them. He did directly go after them. And if they're saying he's lying and his channel got deleted, or he deleted his channel, there might be some merit to Rich lying about the DK Oldie reviews. Now, I can't say that's for certain. I can't definitively prove anything. But That was the narrative before the real reason came out for why he deleted his channel.
Times do I forget to change the scene, and you're like
So
watching
just-
me talk.
just a little
talking,
bit
you
of the
see nothing
tea.
but a still picture. But for example, today on the Man Cube, I tested out Call of Duty. I downloaded it so we could also get all the shaders fucking rendered or whatever the fuck it does.
It
And I
compiles
even
the
ran
shaders.
benchmarks to make it stays pretty much
Bro,
the
I
solid
want to
60.
play Batman Arkham Origins,
You know,
but
Phil?
it won't run on my
Oh
PC.
wow, game that's
It keeps,
almost 20 years
saying,
old.
Like something.
I'm just gonna wing it and play it, and it's just gonna run fine. Even though
basically,
we really
it
need
won't
to do
get
5
past the
minutes to get it to
starting
run
menu.
properly. But
It keeps crashing at the starting menu.
this video made me fucking rage watching it, which is kind of sad, I will admit. But
You're a
nonetheless,
42-year-old
Spike
man with
Lee
3
joint.
children.
The pre-rendered cutscene.
Oops, excuse me.
God, I
Sorry.
can tell it's not worth installing crap for this old ass game. Why? It's still one of the best first-person shooters you'll ever play. Tell me you didn't play it without telling me you didn't play it.
Scenes are going to look better than the actual game.
And they're not pre-rendered, Phil. They're real-time cutscenes. They're real-time cutscenes, Phil. This is why this game, not only for the gameplay, was so celebrated, as it was leading edge for its time visually as well. Go shoot a lamp in here, and it shakes around, and the light goes all over.
Watch. So this is actually quite scary until you actually know the plot. If you don't know what's going on in the game, it's actually really scary.
I've never been scared by a video game.
He didn't install the Logitech.
I've never, ever, ever, ever been afraid of a video game. Now, I've been terrified by some movies, bro. So I was 12, and I was up in the middle of the night, and I turned on, what was it? It was like Showtime or Stars or something like that. And Jeepers Creepers, the first movie, was on. So I was like, oh, this might not be too bad, bro. When I tell you, I did not leave that couch until the morning. I didn't leave the couch until the morning, bro. That movie scared the fuck out of me. When he ate the tongue out of the police officer's severed head, bro, it was a wrap for me. I was like, nope, nope. And then that fucking song, Jeepers Creepers. What? No. And then at the end, when you see fucking Justin Long's face and he's missing his eyes and he looks through the fucking skull, bro. Nope. 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 After that, I never liked that type of movie again. Ever. I love scary movies, but I don't like body mutilation movies. Nope. Nope. I don't like Saw. I don't like Jeepers Creepers. I don't like Hostel. None of it. None of it. I want scary movies. I don't want fucking murder porn. This isn't an episode of South Park.
That's why the frame rate is bad.
It actually,
Again, if you
it
look this
might
up
be.
in 5 minutes, you would find it out. But who are we talking about? Yeah, this game will run. Doesn't matter. You could have a 5090, which I hear is going to need its own IEC cord.
I don't know.
Doesn't
what that
matter.
is. Jump scares. I think jump scares are involuntary. It's more of a reaction to being like locked into the game.
Great, baby.
Yes, I never beat it, but I played some of the original Max Payne. So it doesn't matter what.
The only time I was jump scared by a video game was Mortal Kombat 9 when I was in the crypt and I didn't
and if
know
you don't
that
install
it had
that,
jump scares.
I think it's an INI file to disable the Logitech driver or whatever they have in here. Guess what?
The
you can run it on whatever.
Scariest movie I ever saw, I was 11 and I was watching The Shining. No, I was 6. I was 6 and I was watching The Shining. I didn't know what was going on, bro. That movie traumatized me. When I tell you I could not go to the bathroom without somebody standing outside of the door, bro, it was bad.
Whatever, it's going to run like shit.
That old granny in the bathtub, dude, Nope.
1, 2, almost coming for you.
I have
3,
never been
4.
scared of Freddy Krueger.
Oh my God, kill me. What is he doing?
I've never been scared of Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, or Ghostface, or Chucky for that matter. None of the classic movie villains have gotten to me. I was more scared of Gary Oldman's Dracula than I was at fucking Ghostface. Now that might be because Gary Oldman's a fantastic actor, and that movie was really good, but so was Scream, but in a different way. So I don't know.
Open your
honestly.
door.
It's really hard to explain.
Oh my God, that frame rate.
I could probably get it to run at 60 FPS on the Man Cube.
Oh my God, bro. Rich is such a nerd.
With a gamepad, too. Yeah, that shit's running choppier than the 360, champ. You didn't install that patch.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh, we're getting a stomach ache watching it. No Cap, thank you for a $5 super chat. He says, Happy Halloween. What's your favorite worst Halloween movie from the franchise? Open the
And this is where Phil is just like, he doesn't even think like, oh, wow, maybe there's some reason that it's running bad. Oh, no, it's just running bad. Like, he does, like, he can't think. That's where I think, like, he is on the spectrum. Like, it's not even occurring to, or maybe he's just stupid. But it's not even occurring to him.
It was very stupid.
It probably can run at 60 FPS on your ass. Shit, I could probably get it to run at 1440p or even 4K on the Man Cube at 60 FPS. Phil's $2,000 computer kit because he didn't look into anything.
Halloween franchise? I haven't seen them all. I would like to someday. I've never owned like a collection, so I can just watch them all. I can't even really say. I heard the one with Busta Rhymes is atrociously bad, but I've never seen it.
Halloween movie with Busta Rhymes.
Look, they're telling him. Did he not get the RAM patch? Yeah, there's something with it. I even have it saved in my
garage.
Dropbox. The fear fix, so I don't have to go look for it. Because every time you install it, at least with the now, if you get the GOG version, do you think Phil looked any of this up? I don't think you have to worry about that. But if you get the Steam version, you have to have the patch. If you don't have the patch, this is what it runs like. Do you think Phil looked into any of that?
No.
Nope. Just
it's Phil.
Bullet in China shop.
What do you expect?
20-year-old game. It's just gonna work perfectly, Phil. There you go. Stick to consoles, dude. This is the guy who won't even install an SSD in his PS5.
Bro, I installed an SSD into my PC. I was so nervous, bro. It was the first time I had ever done anything like that. And I was like, how do I take it apart? Am I going to break it if I do this, if I do that?
Holy
Luckily,
shit,
I
look at
got
that.
the RAM
There's movement on the
upgraded
screen.
and everything.
Usually it's just a stationary picture. What does that mean? I don't know. I just received a paycheck to sit here all day.
Yep.
Hey, chat, we need some money. God. Can you show me where the money is? Where's the money, chat?
Damn. And now I'm dead. Happy Halloween to Do You Get It Yet? How you doing? You're right, I do look like the knight at the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You're absolutely right.
Wait, why was he eating
I even have the
He's playing it raw. Yo, it's gonna run. Not even you're hoping it runs at fucking 24
kind of
FPS.
creature.
That shit's gonna run at like 12. Doesn't matter how powerful your PC is.
Where is the cage?
Oh my God, he's a man.
Ashy beard to match. King Philip.
Yes. Sorry to wake you, Senator.
No, Philip, that's
wait
my
for it.
wallet.
They're moving on
No
to Line Maker.
stealing.
The best is wait
That's
for it.
my money.
He's shocked. He's shocked the game
darn.
is not like Xbox gamepad compatible out of the box. Phil, it was made back into the game released in 2005 for PC. Released in 2006 for 360. I'm thinking. Which, if you have a Series X, you have to buy the physical disc, which isn't cheap. Fantastic way to play it because you can play it at 60 FPS on the Series X. Highly recommend it. Or the other best way to play it is on the Steam Deck. I mean, if you get the patch, it runs beautiful on PC, but it runs great on the Steam Deck, and you don't even need a patch.
It's about Origin.
What happened?
There was an uprising. Fettel has taken command of...
By the way...
If you plan on playing PC, look, they're telling him. They're telling him. Instead of, he just installed this game and just expected it to... If you plan on playing PC games going forward, why not take the chat's advice and learn how to fix things? Now we all have to watch sub-30 FPS gameplay in 2024. Small town boy, you're right. Yeah, all right, you're right. Thank you. That's I thought the GOG version was solid out of the box. So yeah, get that version. What's up, Slopes Game Room? But even that, like, just get the patch. I'll give you the patch.
But
Phil,
bro,
you want the patch? I'll give it to you. It'll be key.
It would probably come with like, what is it? Data readers, fucking keyloggers, bro. He would probably know your IP address within 30 seconds. Watch, he's gonna make that same joke.
Keylogger free. Just because I want to see you suffer in fear and bitch until I say the game is terrible and I'll laugh at you.
He can't help it.
You want the patch, Philip? And if you want to use a gamepad, dude,
jokes.
there's already user-generated configurations. They have a 360 gamepad configuration you can use on your Series X controller. So you can use it with a gamepad. The frame rate will be smooth. And you could even wear that stupid fucking outfit.
Contribution has come in. I'm waiting for an opportunity to shout it out. I can't yet. It's a tip.
We can still resolve this discreetly, but we have to move fast.
Oh, all right, all right. Let me make a few calls.
Yeah, you literally
That's
just have
what
to
I
take
did,
that file.
That's what I did. I need to upgrade it again so it can run Elden Ring. But other than that, my PC for $700, it can run modern games. It can run 4K streaming. It can edit 4K videos. It can do all of it. You had to upgrade a few things, but it's an amazing laptop. I want to get a full-fledged PC
you copy it
next because of my experience with this laptop was so good. I want to get a PC next, like a full-fledged PC.
To the Fear folder where it's installed, and that's it, and it runs beautifully. It takes 30 seconds to do, but
because I've had this PC for a year now, and it's never failed me.
This game is gonna look so bad.
My internet's failed me more times than
His
my
name is
PC
Paxton
has,
Fettel. He's the
which
key.
is good.
We contain him, we contain the situation.
But, like, he's not even thinking right now. Like, maybe there's something I could fix this with. It's just, nah, this is it. Like, he's not even computing it. It's amazing. How do you not compute that maybe there's a remedy for your situation? How do you not know this? I told you I was going to spurg out about this shit. Like, no, the Xbox 360 version, well, if you play the 360 version on the Series X, it's pretty damn close to playing it solid on PC or the Steam Deck.
Yeah, you know the funny thing? He has an Xbox.
How do you not think you
could
play
just play
games
this on fucking Game
almost
Pass.
full time for a fucking living, son? Not almost. You do. You play games full time. You don't think of this shit?
Fucker's got an appetite.
I think he has an.
And this is what he hates me for. Like, obvious shit is obvious to call you out about. And this is me being a bully? Or is it you just being a dumbass and people calling you out for your dumbassery? Your audience is even nicely saying it to you. Phil, you couldn't have tried this out or figured this out before you started streaming it?
He says no. How am I supposed to know what's wrong with it if I can't do it on stream?
Comment. Let's take it at face value that it is that the games that kill support for a stream. Why are there other streamers making more money playing the same game? We're playing a shit game that he says, but Phil won't take blame for anything.
An agenda. It's not just recreational. He's getting something out of it.
Essential vitamins and nutrients?
What's his story?
Property of Armacam Technology Corporation. They're working on a military contract to develop an army of clones that respond to a psychic.
Are those subtitles?
Top secret, of course. Fettel is one of the commanders.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is why nobody takes us seriously. Military clones.
A full battalion of them. Highly trained and heavily armed.
A battalion? What are we supposed to do against 1,000 super soldiers?
Like I said, we put Fettel down and it's over. Fortunately, the whole point of the program is to give commanders first-hand knowledge of the battle.
No, he has had 2 other gaming PCs.
I've heard good things
One
about
was built
the
by
ROG
the guy who was in the
Oh, no, I think that might actually be the Steam Deck. But I've heard the ROG Ally is pretty good.
The documentary Chris Furtado, which he treated him like shit. And then he's like, oh, look, here's a real gaming. And remember he had a problem because he didn't put on like video acceleration for his graphics card. He tried to play the original Rage, and he was blaming the PC and saying the PC was PC gaming shit. He's just... And he never changes. Someone had a clip up. See if I could find it on X. Because it's just really... No, remember how Phil always tells you that he changes? He's changed. He's a changed man. Where is Poems? Future.
Oh, he's going to Poems, Josh.
Of course, I can't find it now. Let me see, maybe if I do this. If I can't find it... Man, I can't spell today.
Can you spell ever, bro? You seem pretty dumb.
Try one more thing. Yeah, there we go. Let me see. No, it's That Being Said that had it. That Being Said. I don't know who runs this shit. They probably hate me, but that's okay. Anyway. You could hate me. Watch this shit. So, is that what being a successful streamer? Also, asking for a friend. Do you know any content creator that would like to appear on this streamer's show? Everyone loves him now. Is this... No, that's not it. There we go. So this is... Remember how Phil says he's changed and evolved and he doesn't do the same things. He doesn't beg anymore. It's just business or whatever the fuck he calls it. Here's Phil to tell you more about that. This is from 2020.
If you're going to contribute, please do it. If you're going to contribute, please do it sooner rather than later. I know sometimes people like to hold for dramatic effect. Sadly, what happens is, if we don't hit the tips goal, we start getting near the end of the stream viewers start to get antsy. They start talking about it non-stop in the stream chat. Geez, we're going to hit the tips goal. What's going on with the tips goal? The tips goal, the tips goal, the best for the tips goal.
No, they
and when they do that, the whole stream gets derailed.
So tip him now so the stream doesn't get derailed. Give him a lot of money now so the stream doesn't get derailed. But that's not the full point of... that's not the full context.
I didn't know you could do
that.
That's
awesome. It's hard for me to concentrate on the game.
Guys, it's hard for me to concentrate on the game when you donate later. Don't fill my coffers now.
I'm not a huge handheld.
That is, everyone. Rich, you always use the word gaslight. He is. That's exactly what he's doing right now. He's like, oh man, I should donate to Phil now, so he's not. He does his concentration doesn't break. Are you fucking kidding me, Phil? But it's just.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's hard for me to have the conversations with people that I want to have. All right, so, please understand that. And, if you are already considering contributing, or you said you're going to contribute today, I do strongly recommend that you do it sooner rather than later.
He sounds like someone
That's
on
so
like
cool, dude.
QVC from like the early 90s.
Anything else you guys would like to talk about?
So now this is 2024. This is the man that has evolved and changed for the better. He wouldn't do the same thing, right?
By the way, guys, again, please support the stream. I really would like to hit this goal sooner rather than later. Because you know me, I don't like talking about it. Honestly, I just don't. Every once in a while, I'll say, hey, let's get...
He's been talking about it almost every day for years in some way, begging for money. But he doesn't like talking about
some
it.
Likes on the stream. Like right now, we're at 216 likes. Let's get that to 250 likes. It's free to do. It's easy to do. Just click the like button. It helps the channel. Please do that, right? Super chats. We got like $6. Let's get that to like 10 or 15. We got 5 memberships. Let's get 10 memberships, right? But in regards to tips, that's my main focus.
The day Phil changed his day and become a supermodel, the guy is a complete moron. That is his legacy, whether he likes it or
Oh
not.
shit,
Also,
that's what's
burn.
up, dude. Yeah, get your gaming where you can. Don't break the bank.
This is like rock solid evidence. When I saw this, I laughed. I'm like, oh god.
Okay.
But if you show him this, he'll say that you're bullying him. What's up, Pescator? I see you.
I genuinely
But the
love
people that are
gaming.
actually bullying him, he'll suck their cocks. Probably literally.
And hitting the 150 to continue the king streak is obviously something everyone wants. And I don't want to have to talk about it all day as I play Black Myth Wukong. I don't want it to be on my mind. I just want to focus on the game. In fact, people...
I don't want to focus. Guys, if you don't donate to me, I won't be able to focus on the game.
Literally say, my streams are better when I hit the goals early because then I don't talk about them and I can just focus on the game.
I'm coming to find that my problem in fucking Sparking Zero is when I go to do my
him
combos.
now, or else if he goes,
right?
if he dies in Call of Duty Black.
When I go to do my combos, I can do 1-2, which is square triangle, right? And then I could go into 1 again, which is square. But the count starts over, so it's not 1 triangle, right? It's 1 triangle and then a new set of squares. It's so complex.
Black Ops 6. It's your fucking fault you didn't donate enough. Stop. Stop it.
I'm playing
Keep in mind,
Sparking
this is the
Zero
man
at
who
moment.
just admitted that he scammed people for fucking years.
So did you, bitch.
Is that a lie too, Phil? Am I lying about that?
Am I lying? Shall I pull up the clip of you flipping the fuck out over donating to St. Jude, you fucking
That
loser?
means we should be able to corner the bastard without having to wade through all those soldiers.
Can I play the fucking...
Yeah, this fucking loser had the audacity to say, my daughter is sick and in the hospital. And then when he had the opportunity to donate to a hospital that took care of sick and needy children, he flipped the fuck out over it. Got mad because everybody demanded he live up to what he said, bro. Get fucked, Rich.
Game? Seriously, can we play?
Yeah, you could skip the... Oh, look, Phil, you could skip the story sequence.
Skip story sequence. I want to play the game. I want to see 4 hours of fucking cutscenes. I said skip story sequence. Get to the fucking game. Get to the game. Gee.
You are such
that
a
is
fucking
exactly what it is.
You are such an ape.
Oh my
Says the
god.
gorilla-sized
Oh
monkey brain
no.
for
Yeah, it's almost if you like you downloaded like a 20 kilobyte patch, they would run nice and smooth. But what do I know?
Oh, that's very bad. Oh, the gamepad works.
Position.
Holy shit, the gamepad works.
All right, move it out.
Holy shit, the gamepad works. You could actually make it work like it's native, Phil, if you, you know, just get the user configuration that says Xbox 360. I'll do it after we watch Lion Maker. Maybe I'll play some Fear. Show Phil my skills.
Oh my god, this is insufferable.
Yo. Here we go. Oh wait, the buttons don't work. Wait a minute. I can control.
Phil, it's a fucking game from 2005. The 360 wasn't even out yet, I believe, when it was released. Or it just got released. It's not going to have native support for an Xbox Series X controller, which is probably what you're using. Are you for real? And this game, the communities kept it alive and kept it very playable.
What the fuck is a community?
Fucking Warner Brothers has this in IP hell, and they've abandoned it, which is a fucking travesty. Like, Sony should buy.
You know what else is a travesty? Why do you say that, Medusa? What happens in your 40s? Oop, I hit the table. My bad.
Buy this shit or something and like make a reboot of it exclusive, man. Could you imagine?
Oh, I was gonna say, you know what IP needs to be brought back? Okay, so you know the Helldivers, right? Sony needs to grow some balls, right? And actually put Killzone in Helldivers. It would be awesome. And it would revitalize the IP that's dead and gone.
With the gamepad, but none of the buttons do anything. All I can do is move.
Yeah, it's almost like it was a game that from almost 20 years ago. Nuts out for the peanut butter. The scroll also spam me, big boy. Listen.
Eat shit out of my fucking ass.
Justice for Peanut.
Breasts.
It's like the meme with the monkey saying, or it's like when they had those monkeys on a set with like an office, pretending like they were office workers and they were throwing. That's Phil. Ooga bugga, it don't work.
That's terrible, bro.
And like, did someone say he got banned because of that? Because you can't be like at that state. I know at least on Twitch. And I think on YouTube, you can't be like where you're like about to collapse. And he did. He collapsed on the floor, I'm pretty sure.
That's not true,
returned.
bro.
For those of you that have been following the Lion Maker saga since the beginning, I would just like to point out.
I was so drunk, I passed out on stream. As long as you don't do anything obscene, they really don't care.
Out that this entire controversy is almost a decade old at this point, so it's kind of a fun feeling there, right? We're all aging rapidly, and by the time we are all in nursing homes, Lion Maker will still be there while we're just rotting away.
I don't know if this is gonna help, but I'm actually gay.
I've actually made a video about Lion Maker in the past, which covers a good amount, but for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about or who Lion Maker is, let me give you a very brief rundown of this kind of ancient controversy. And keep in mind, this is going to be a little bit of a darker video because it does involve some actual child stuff. Child involved.
Didn't he put up like risque pictures of her too? She was like underage, like 14 or 15, and he posted them at the time. It was still called Twitter on Twitter.
Dude, it's still called Twitter. Nobody calls it X. Get the fuck out of here. It's still just Twitter.
Like, he's a piece of shit, man.
Stuff, okay? Child lover stuff. So, viewer discretion is advised. Basically, back in the old days of 2015, Lion Maker was a very popular Minecraft YouTuber with over 500,000 subscribers. Now, for some of you new heads on YouTube, I do know that it's kind of inconceivable anyone other than Dream or Tommy Innit will be popular for playing Minecraft, but it's true. He was on one of the first waves, okay?
He looks like Nick Fuentes.
What?
Lion Maker.
Yeah, Lion Maker got in trouble legally too, so it's not like hearsay. It's not, you know, he's a pretty shitty guy, to put it lightly. All right, see you later, Pescator. Remind me in case, like, just come through and like leave like a message or something in case I forget. Or I'm like knee deep in getting killed in Call of Duty.
Would often do collaborations with a lot of other big notable Minecraft people from the time, like Stampy, who had millions of subscribers. Sometimes Lion Maker would also have smaller Minecraft YouTubers join him in whatever he was doing in his videos, some of which, unfortunately, were underage. Now, in 2015, Keemstar would interview the mom of one of these smaller YouTubers who was 13. In the interview, the mom would say that Lion Maker knew the age of this girl and had asked for nudes anyway. The screenshot that was provided wasn't exactly super credible because it had clearly been tampered with, but then Lion Maker would go on Twitter and claim that he was hacked, which made the situation even more muddled.
Whenever they, well, as a person who actually has been hacked in certain cases recently. But anyway, nonetheless, let's move on from that.
Put the song on in the background. I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
So.
It was kind of, we believed it wasn't him and he was hacked, but then the proof came forward that he wasn't hacked.
I'm sorry. He sent this message to your daughter, and then he later said he was hacked, and then it turned out he wasn't hacked, but there's no evidence to suggest that he wasn't hacked, so is it still possible he wasn't hacked? What the fuck are you talking about, woman?
Now, this event in and of itself wasn't definitive proof of anything happening. There was a lot of speculation around it at the time, but it's definitely what started Lion Maker's slow descent into complete madness as more and more details would emerge. Because after this point...
You want to get knee-deep into my anal cavity. I am sorry for you.
Wait, bro, come on. Come on, bro.
You're very welcome. Cell Destroyed, if I'm saying your name right.
You're never going to beat those allegations, bro.
A 15-year-old boy would post screenshots of what looks like Lion Maker talking to him inappropriately, as well as another person who said that Lion Maker sent him $500 for news.
He's probably
this would be followed by Lion Maker
man.
admitting he had been in a relationship with a 16-year-old Minecraft YouTuber named Paige the Panda, with many saying that he had groomed her since she was younger. Keemstar would then send a video to Lion Maker.
Yeah, this is what I'm like. This guy is real deal. Got caught. I think, did he go to jail? I think he did.
You're saying he had to leave the Minecraft community, to which Lion Maker had what many believe to be a mental breakdown.
Because I'm not Macho Man,
you know,
guys.
Considering the way the Lion Maker has acted since then, I don't think it takes a genius to figure out that he was definitely having a mental breakdown. But Lion Maker then went mask off. He almost wasn't hiding it anymore, because he started tweeting admitting that he had been in a relationship with Paige the Panda ever since she was 15 years old. And he even said that he had several sexual exchanges with her over Skype. He then, on his own Twitter account, posted actual naked photos of her that she had sent to him, to which he also said that he would share even more of them.
Why isn't this guy in jail?
Oh my god. Yeah, that'll help you, man. That won't get you thrown right into fucking jail.
It
revenge
didn't.
Porn
Did it?
Just public revenge porn.
It's not revenge porn, bro. That's CSAM.
Good job, dude.
My guy.
People retweeted his initial post enough. Now, Lion Maker would later delete these tweets and once again say he was hacked, but the video he would upload a few months later would be very similar to the breakdown he had on Twitter. In it, he can be seen visibly unshowered. He's blowing snot bubbles out of his nose. He's dribbling tears everywhere. It's very gross, okay? It's very unbecoming of a U.S. congressman. Let me say that, Lion Maker, okay? Very unbecoming.
Do you remember the time where I stood in front of others and said you were a good person? Dear friend, do you remember the times where I made me the fool because I wanted you to stand out?
Oh, well, yeah, I forgot this where he's like spitting all over and shit. Kind of made me dry heave original time I saw it.
Dude, why does his mouth look like that? He's really upset.
Imagine being like my age and getting up in arms about your relationship with a 16-year-old, which makes you a pedophile. I don't care what the law is.
Stop, dude.
And then you're a scumbag.
Oh, we got deleted. Big
back.
ups, Deadbeat Dad, Dicker's
shit.
Dropbox.
And he would also upload videos before this explaining how the age of consent in some countries was actually 14. So in his mind, his relationship with Paige was perfectly okay based on legality. It's kind of the the Sneeko argument.
It's just one of those lines that have been traced, and those lines have been traced this way here and in a lot of surrounding countries as well. Some of the consent age goes all the way down to 14. And so be it. If that is what the culture that we are used to, that is how we're going to live our lives.
Now, obviously, a lot of people were talking about this. They were not very happy with Lion Maker, considering he was admitting to being a creep. And not only that, he was trying to justify it with other countries that have barbaric age of consent laws, which, like, yeah, wow, some weird country.
Yeah, there's some, like, fucking countries that's, like, 11 or 12, isn't it?
Country has the age of consent that's fucking 10. That makes it okay, Lion Maker. Yeah, totally, bro. You're cool. But Lion Maker was not too happy about this criticism, so he started to DMCA any videos talking about the situation, as well as releasing a...
Yeah, because that helps. That helps. That does the polar opposite of what Streisand effect. Yeah, that's not a thing at all.
Follow-up where he said that people were slandering him, therefore it was okay for him to try to take these videos down.
Recently, I have been going around on YouTube.
Oh yeah, these are total.
Rich.
Polar
I thought you were going to cover politics, dude.
Sword Logic, thank you for becoming a member. They're selling weed seltzer at Hannaford's now. Very exciting.
finding videos with
Yeah, well, isn't it super low in Japan?
which talk about me in a slandering manner. Now, if you don't know what slander is a crime. It is my right to try the wherever I can, whatever possible means I have to take that video down, whatever those means are. They were wrong. I am right. It's just as simple as it is.
Which obviously this explanation is dumb, because even if someone is slandering you, the way to take a video down is not with the DMCA system. It's by taking them to court for defamation. DMCA is a copyright protection that has nothing to do with defamation. But he was abusing it to censor his critics, which made people say, what?
I'm going to take a shot.
That's abusing the copyright. What you would have to do if you want to do that, Lion Maker, well, I'm telling you, like 10 plus years in the fucking future, is you get a lawyer to send out a cease and desist letter, my guy. Abusing the copyright system is not what you do.
What does he want to hide here, even though he's already admitted to a bunch of weird stuff? So naturally, commentary channels at the time picked up the story and made videos about it, with the most notable being Colossal is Crazy or Clown. Now, Clown first made a video summarizing the entire situation, where he kind of went into the ins and outs of it in a very good, comprehensive breakdown, I would say, of the entire story, just laying out how truly disgusting Lion Maker is. But he then followed it up with a 2-hour-long bombshell interview with Lion Maker himself, which, frankly, it's shocking to me that Lion Maker...
God, that weird-ass time on YouTube, that 2016 Wild West time, this was a part of it. I remember him being interviewed by Colossal is Crazy.
Maker even agreed to do this interview. Looking back, I think that he thought he could manipulate Colossal into maybe feeling bad for him somehow. Basically, Lion Maker agreed to the interview to make himself seem more innocent, but ultimately it did the opposite, because he wasn't able to deny that he had had a relationship with a minor and knew what he was doing the whole time. He just was like, well, it's not
what is Zevia?
Actually wrong, because age of consent laws, also the child was mature or something. Like, he didn't really do a good job of explaining himself here.
You can say the same for me. If I'm in a relationship with a 16-year-old, I'm 28, same age as you, is that fucked up? It's a very, very simple question. You only have to answer yes or no.
Because they're dumb.
Colossal. Because
I find it interesting that you're dodging that question when it's a very simple question.
I'm not dodging the question.
I don't think you can answer it. I think your moral compass is completely fucked and you can't answer it. That's what I think. You physically cannot answer that question.
Now, past this point, obviously, this interview gets released. Everybody's talking about how disgusting Lion Maker is, and he decides to run from the internet by deleting his channel and going completely silent off of YouTube for the time being. Now, Paige the Panda would also make her own video talking about how Lion Maker had been abusive in their relationship from when she was 14 to 17, and she also...
14... That's like...
Bro, get
he's
the
like, well,
fuck
in certain
out of
countries, that's like... If someone was trying to hook up with a 14-year-old, kind of like Dr. Disrespect, in the States, well, she was 17, allegedly.
Bro,
what?
That's slander. She was 17, according to Dr. Disrespect, and the fucking shit that he talked about. She wasn't 14. It's still bad, but the distinction is there. One is extremely heinous, and the other one is extremely heinous. So I don't know why I'm trying to really differentiate it. But one was 17, one was 14. You can't say that it was equal when one was drastically younger, more inexperienced than the 17-year-old. Not defending either thing, but he physically did shit with this kid. Dr. Disrespect didn't. It's an entirely different situation.
Well, you know, it might be illegal here, but she was in like Indonesia, you could be 12. We're not in Indonesia.
Confirmed what a lot of people
Rich,
already
what the fuck
assumed.
are you
There was no
talking
hacker
about?
on his Twitter account. There was no one that was posting these pictures on Lion Maker's behalf. Even if there was a hacker, first of all, why would they have those explicit pictures from his Skype where he said he got them? And secondly, why would the hacker want to implicate himself? Like, the pictures were still sent to Lion Maker, right? Like, that's the pictures weren't sent to the hacker. Lion Maker asked for the pictures from the underage person and got them. So, like, fuck this guy. But it was confirmed by Paige that he had indeed uploaded CP to his own Twitter account.
There was no hacker.
And this is huge. This is a distinct difference.
The abuse happened from the age of 14 to 17.
She was
now, Paige the
actually
Panda
abused,
went into more
bro.
explicit detail about the circumstances of the meeting online and how...
Not only is it disgusting to begin with, but then you...
They shouldn't engage with their audience off the platform.
What the fuck is wrong with you? But that's the thing.
Like, I'm not going to be messaging any of my audience off of
Minecraft specifically
off of the stream.
for this reason.
Like, I'm not going to go out of my way to find JDX the Kid's Twitter so I can talk to him behind the scenes. I'm just not going to do it.
When she was underage, she actually stayed over 3 times at a hotel with him and at his apartment,
at least
where,
in this
you know,
context,
obviously not good
right?
stuff happened without being too explicit here. And she also dropped an absolute bombshell. The Lion Maker had actually been to court and had pled guilty to crimes, specifically rape of a minor, sexual assault, possession of CP, and distribution of CP. She even showed the court document about him as proof of everything that had happened, which was obviously very compelling, because a lot of the times with these cases, it's like, why didn't you go to the police first? Why didn't you go to the cops? She literally went to the cops. At no point in this story was she just trying to get attention online. Her mom called into Drama Alert because she was concerned and wanted to figure out what was going on. Her mom did sound very drunk, so it was hard to figure out what was going on from her, you know, side of things. But the, you know, thing that got the ball rolling was ultimately her mom doing that interview. And then ultimately it was reported to the police eventually, and Paige the Panda was able to provide court documents, which is like the best way to do, you know, a situation like this, to get actual legal punishment for the person at hand. Now, at this point, if there was anyone doubting the allegations about Lion Maker, they were pretty much put to bed, right? There was no supporters left, basically, however few that there actually were. This was like the nail in the coffin. The government literally had him dead to rights. They charged him, they convicted him. But weirdly enough, following Paige's video, Lion Maker would try coming back to YouTube several times over the next few years. He made a channel that got 44,000 subs in 2019, where he was posting a lot of content, and he also went live on Instagram, where he had another mental freak out, which was...
I think I remember that. Everyone's like, dude, you went to fucking... You got into legal trouble for what you did. You can't just come back after that.
Pretty...
But he tried, and I guess he's trying again.
Awesome. I did enjoy seeing this pile in misery, honestly. I can't deny it. It was cathartic.
His fault for COVID. It's his fault for everything.
I'm gonna start some people, I tell you. I'm gonna start fucking beating the shit out of people.
Now, all of these accounts would...
Yeah, that'll help your case, dude.
Eventually get deleted or banned after people noticed and exposed it to whatever platform he was on. People obviously saw this file had a YouTube channel. They were like, hey, YouTube, you shouldn't be around. Channel was gone pretty shortly thereafter. And keep in mind, this is after he had been convicted already. Like, he was dead to rights, and despite that, he was still coming back to the internet to try and get sympathy from everyone. But for some reason, his sentence was moved to like a suspended sentence. I'm not exactly sure why. I do believe he was held in a jail in Belgium for at least 10 months back around 2015 to 16. But the fact that he's not locked up for life is insane to me. Unfortunately, that's just not the way that the government handles cases like this. They just don't put the guy away forever, which I think should be the case, but that's not.
Even Jared Fogle, and he actually, well, did worse than Lion Maker, and he's only, how many? He doesn't have that many years left.
I'm sorry.
He gets out of jail. How is he allowed?
I'm sorry. The act of assaulting a child doesn't get worse just because you proceed to assault more children. It's equal across the board. What Lion Maker did is as heinous as what Jared Fogle did, because they're both pedophiles. Why are we making this distinction?
To just start making Minecraft videos again. I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, so the only difference between someone like EDP and Dr. Disrespect compared to Lion Maker is EDP and Dr. Disrespect didn't get legally charged with it. They didn't act upon the well, EDP tried, but they didn't act upon what they were talking about. EDP tried, Dr. Disrespect got caught, Lion Maker, on the other hand, did the shit.
He was convicted.
I'm pretty sure they're after the heinous group of people out here with vacuum cleaners. Vacuuming carpets. We'll be back next week, you goddamn whippersnappers, not knowing how to vacuum your carpets.
Charged 4 separate counts of a minor sexual assault, possession of child pornographic material, and distributing it. But for some weird Belgian law technicality, his sentence was suspended. I don't know whether or not these conditions have now been lifted, or he's currently breaking his terms of parole or requirements. Well, I don't know. It's complicated.
So that's basically all you need to know about his history. Because his channel got banned in 2020, we didn't really hear anything about him for years, but still, he was technically a free man. He wasn't in jail. He was able to post whatever he wanted. But he was seemingly underground. We weren't hearing about him. And I think most people, myself included, assumed he would be gone from the internet forever, because we assume that even though he's stupid, even though he is a fucking creep, he wouldn't be coming back to YouTube or any online community in general to try and talk to anyone because he would be instantly exposed for what he did, right? But unfortunately, Lion Maker has actually come back, and that is via a
many times. I wonder if he shows him pissed drunk here.
Post on the H3H3 subreddit. The file known as Lion Maker was found in the H3 members Discord. I do not want this community to feel unsafe. However, the
well, there you go, James. Again, I'm not like, I'm glad people are voting no matter what. You know what I mean?
Sad truth is this man was in the members Discord for over 2 years, undetected by no fault of anyone. His message history was very normal, so he knows how to blend in, and I had never seen him in voice chats before that evening, so there was no way of knowing who he was. He told the people in the call that night that he uses the subreddit too, and his profile has not been identified. His Reddit account has been found now and reported to the mods. He outed himself by sending me creepy messages. Although he was banned from the Discord, it is very easy for him to make a new account and rejoin. He expressed to us that he loves H3, and begged us not to report him prior to telling us this, because he doesn't want to get banned because of his crimes. This makes me worried that he would join back and try to...
Yeah, I'm sure they're just clamoring for me to be on Hot Ones.
Fit into the community again. The Discord is 13+, which makes it even more terrifying that he was in there for so long. Now, this Reddit post also includes a 30-minute long call with Lion Maker where he actually turned on his webcam and talked as himself. But before we get to that, the OP had a few more details.
I thought this was about the election. There are pertinent things that you could be going over right now that has to do with the election. Why are you going over internet drama? Like, there are serious things you could be talking about right now, and you're just not. What does this have to do with politics? I mean, yeah, get the word out there. You have a big platform. I don't want people like Lion Maker on the platform. People like EDP, Dr. Disrespect, you know, don't want people like that. James Charles, all of them, they can go. But what the fuck does this have to do with the election, bro?
Kids, though. And he also...
I mean, we don't have to watch this. All you have to do is say, I saw a video about Lion Maker. Let me make it very clear. Pedophiles do not belong on any social media platform that is available to people underage. Period. They don't belong in public. They don't belong around it. Let's move on. How hard is that? What? Just get to politics,
funnily enough,
bro.
gave a little bit of an update as to what his life has been like since he fell out of the YouTube community, obviously. And honestly, I know I said this before, but it is an absolute...
Guys, I'm a convicted pedophile, but don't worry about it because I'm gay. What the fuck does it have to do with anything? Kevin Spacey literally did the same thing.
Give me a minute, guys. I gotta go and blow my nose.
Crime that he isn't rotting in a prison cell for life right now. I can't believe the Belgian government hasn't locked this guy up for like fucking 10 years at least, because holy shit, we should not have to deal with this guy to this day. He should not be around on YouTube, on Reddit, on Discord. He should be in the prison showers getting destroyed by Tyrone, okay? He should not be having conversations with anyone. Belgian Tyrone, please do what must...
Belgian Tyrone. Be careful, Tom Dark. I don't care, but... you may get the PC police after you. Listen, those are some muscles right there. He has those Hershey Kiss nipples. Let's go.
Be done.
I'm talking to a psychologist every week.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. Oh, yeah, that's what Diddy just did, too. After that Cassie tape came out, I went for therapy. Oh, it didn't work. You're still scrambling for scraping for shit in prison while your asshole's getting pounded. By Tyrone, probably. Shout out to Tyrone. T for Tyrone in the chat.
And
Okay.
I'm just trying to find a place where I feel
it is.
She didn't deserve that.
I mean,
she really
Rich
didn't.
don't care.
And he also makes a really disturbing claim here where he talks about how even after he got sent to jail, she, being Paige the Panda,
he made up this character, a black gay man called Sexy Coco, that was literally just a stereotypical gay black man. He's all about the stereotypes. But don't stereotype people of color in a derogatory way, is what he believes. Yet he does just that, but wants to condemn The Simpsons for a poo. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Would actually send him letters for 7 months until she suddenly stopped.
So basically, I went to jail, and I spent 10 months, right?
Yeah, because you groomed her and fucked her up in the head, dude. That's why children can't consent. That's why these people are such monsters, dude. Yeah, all the T's. I see you. Tyrone is fucking getting Diddy's baby oil and lathering up his fucking cheeks right now.
Right? 10 months in jail. And for about 7 months, she wrote to me every day. Every single day. Which, obviously, was nice. But...
She's a fucking kid and you groomed her, you piece of fucking garbage. That's why, my man.
On my birthday, my brother told me that
he's not even
So
tangentially
even after he had
relating
traumatized this girl
to Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump. Like, if you're gonna have this up here, at least say this is the type of stuff that Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were into. You know, related to politics. But he can't even do that, bro. He's dumb.
She was so effectively groomed by him and so traumatized that she thought she was still in love with him and was sending him letters even after he was locked up for what he did. Like that really shines a much darker shadow on the entire situation, that this fucking pedophile was getting letters from his victim while he was in jail. But I assume that, you know, she stopped sending letters when she realized she was being manipulated and obviously came to her senses eventually as she got a little bit older. Now, it seems like the reason why Lionmaker even joined this call was to get some kind of sympathy from random internet strangers that had no idea about the situation. Clearly, no one would actually feel bad for him.
6 foot dig, just have fun. Make sure you what platform you played it on. Run, like I said, if you have a Series X, you have the disc. For the first one, you have to have the disc for licensing reasons. 2 and 3, you could actually buy from Xbox Store. So you're playing on Series X? Series X just put on performance mode or turbo mode. Not Siri. Shut the fuck up, Apple Intelligence. PC. Just get, if you have GOG, has the patch built in from what I hear, from what the audience said here. I think I even have it on GOG too, but, because I just like it so much. But, if not, just to get the patch.
Yeah.
They said it's on the Fear Wiki, has a link to it. And you put it in the you put it in the folder where you installed it, and it should run like butter. Smooth as silk.
For him if they knew everything that happened, because when you get into the details of it, there's just no defending him. So his best bet was to go into random Discord servers for content creators he liked, try to relate to people there, get on voice call with them, and give them little bits of information here and there to try and get them to feel bad for him without revealing the full story until he feels comfortable enough to do it. But obviously when people ask about the details, he's too stupid to refrain from just revealing everything he had done.
You're welcome,
and then ultimately if you find out what he did, you're gonna be like, oh, fuck you, you're messed up, there's something wrong with you, get away from me. There's kids in this Discord. You shouldn't be here. To say this for the millionth time, I don't know why. I feel the need to reiterate. This guy should be in jail for life, okay? This guy should not be on the fucking streets. He's literally trying to get sympathy for his file story right now. He should be rotting in a cell with Diddy right now in Arkham Asylum or something, getting lubed up.
I kind of said the same thing. I like this guy.
Okay, this guy should not be on the streets ever. And the fact that he can even embed himself in a community for over 2 fucking years without anyone noticing is actually pretty terrifying if you think about it. Like,
I think if you get caught with a child.
But I think he just knows it in the context in which he tries to repurpose it. I don't think he's a huge hip-hop guy, to be honest.
That it should be life in prison. Because most of these, Chris Hansen talks about it all the time. They don't get reformed. A lot of times they reoffend. I know, oh, that's so, is it really draconian? Is it?
Yeah.
Like anyone you could be talking to online or on Discord could be a Lion Maker type guy who's just hiding out under a different alias. It's kind of an obvious statement here, but I think that the power of internet anonymity is something people really take for granted a lot of the time. To be clear, I am in full support of internet anonymity. I don't really, want that to be taken away from people. I think people should be able to be anonymous online and say what they want without, repercussions to their average life. You should be able to post edgy memes on Discord without having your life ruined. But the unfortunate consequence of that, the real failing here, is the fact that anyone can be relatively...
Tyrone is going to go turbo mode on Diddy's cavity, and Diddy's probably going to love it, actually, unless he's not a power bottom.
Anonymous online, and ultimately because the Belgian government didn't put this guy in jail for longer, he's out on the streets to this day. He's able to go in whatever community he wants. Even though I'm talking about him in a video right now for, a pretty important issue that's going to get a lot of attention, tomorrow he could just make a new Discord account and go in the fucking Hassan Discord or go in whatever other...
Tom, you missed his drunken... We're going to have to watch his drunken meltdown. I'll piss after this because I desperately...
Bro, but what does that have to do with politics?
We're gonna watch him melt down.
We have to.
Their streamer XQC's Discord and just go there and hang out there, and nobody would even know until he finally reveals himself in 2 years. If Lion Maker was in the United States right now, I think his penalty would be at least slightly harsher than it is in Europe. It depends on the state, obviously, but depending on where you go, like in Texas, those guys don't really mess around. They will go gorilla mode on you, and I would like to see that happen.
That's
frankly.
good,
I think
bro.
that will be based. At the end of the day, it's unfortunate Lion Maker is able to walk free and still prowl around on different Discords. Who knows if he's groomed someone since then? It wouldn't shock me if he has. Hopefully in the future, people are a little bit more vigilant in regards to him specifically, because now that we know that he's prowling around in different Discord servers trying to get in them, now at least people can look for signs that it's him and try to ban him.
Tom, you missed the biggest banger of this guy. Let me go to open up another YouTube
Tom was
chat.
making a point that he is hiding within fucking Discords, that he is hiding within communities. Him crashing out drunk off his ass isn't a part of what he was talking about. My God, bro. Rich is an idiot.
All right, we're on React. The mic is on. Okay.
Excuse me.
I love the guy trying to troll me while he has his fucking kid in the background. That's fucking embarrassing. That's fucking embarrassing. I don't know, man. I'm fucking... I'm here. I'm here. I'm
listen.
here fucking taking it. Fucking exposing...
This was his first attempt, I believe, or second attempt at a comeback.
myself while you fucking cry like a little fucking baby. Oh my God, this motherfucker is fucking like, oh my God. Oh,
did he play
dude,
Crazy Taxi?
Dude. I have no responsibility. Not a single one.
Yeah, where is he?
I swear to God. Fucking backing off.
Bro, what's going on here?
Oh God.
Wait, where is he like completely unconscious? There it is. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, I fucking...
Yo, he's gonna barf. He's gonna barf. Oh my God. You could say whatever you want to about my weed usage, which I actually haven't done any yet. But
oh my fucking God,
give me weed any day of the week. I have asked me how many times I've barfed from weed. Asked me how many times I've barfed from alcohol when I never drank to that degree since my early 20s, but
oh God, there was this time I got super shit-faced at one of my friends' house, right? I had drinking a quarter of a fireball flask, maybe? What the fuck do you call it? A bottle, maybe? You know, I drank that. I drank 6 cups of the jungle juice that they had made. I drank 4 beers and 2 shots of tequila. I woke up about 3 in the morning, and I proceeded to run to the bathroom, and I was projectile vomiting everywhere, right? So I was like, oh, I gotta find the toilet. At this point, it was pitch black in the bathroom. I had forgotten to turn on the light before I shut the door, so I couldn't find the door. I could not find the toilet. I couldn't find the light switch, but I found the clothes hamper. So, in my brilliant haste to not throw up everywhere, I was projectile vomiting on the wall. I projectile vomited behind the toilet, and I projectile vomited in the clothes hamper. But the funny part is, I had taken the clothes out of the hamper, but I didn't take all the clothes out of the hamper. I took half the clothes out of the hamper, threw up on those clothes, and was like, oh shit, that was the clothes hamper. So me being drunk, I put the clothes back in the clothes hamper, threw up on top of the clothes I had just placed in the clothes hamper, and then found the toilet. I stopped drinking after that. And I really only drink on like special occasions, or very rarely will I drink. And it's never to that excess, because I do believe that I poisoned myself trying to have a good time. And to me, that was alarming, and I chose never to do that again. So
plenty.
I only really drink beer now. No liquor, really.
Oh, God.
And I get really funny when I drink liquor anyway, so.
What a comeback, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Nah, he's drunk as fuck. Oh, drinking is far worse. But the reason why there's no, like, tisk at it, unless you're, like, only use me blade, is because it's socially accepted, where there's still a stigma with marijuana. It's just how it is. I guarantee you a lot of the people, too, with that, if it becomes legal on a federal level, then they'll be okay with it. You know, another reason why, too, is if you have a active medical marijuana card, you can't get a firearm.
Oh, what a dumbass.
Wait, where does he fall on the floor? We'll get to that part. Oh, no! Oh, no! El Meco, I have no idea what the hell you're asking. I'm just being honest with you. Yo, where is it that he collapses on the floor? Then we'll move on from this, because that's the banger. I want to see him walk back.
What about now?
Oh!
What if I'm sorry and don't want to go?
Oh, God!
And I'm sorry again.
Yeah, and even then, I still didn't have a hangover. I've never had a hangover a day in my life.
What if I'm down? What if I'm sorry but I don't?
Oh, no.
That's just a normal RTU stream. Him bitching and screaming at the top of his lungs because he doesn't actually know anything. Yeah, that's right.
What about now?
I forgot about this. All right, yeah, I can't hear you more. He's getting on my nerves, stuff. I want to see him fall. That's the best part. I think doesn't he get like racist and shit in here too?
Rich? I think so. And Lion Maker, I believe, is in his underwear. This is why when I drank, I turned the camera off. Because I didn't know what was going to happen. Uh-oh.
Yo, is he just out?
Looks like we had a slight crash there, guys. We're back, though.
He just fell asleep.
Bro, that was
I
me.
think he falls on the floor too, though, if I remember.
Right in my chair. Like, I was hung chewing, bro.
Dude. He's Yo, he is just toast. He is asleep. Or dead. He's not dead, obviously, but...
Oh, no. A pedophile gone. Oh,
oh yeah, weed, man, weed.
But, bro, no. When you're taking 10,000 plus milligrams of edibles, bro, there's a serious problem there. You might not be in this type of state, but you're doing harm to your brain. Right?
Yeah, Ivy. He is fucking... I think he falls on the floor, though. I know he does. Or unless I'm nuts.
Oh, you're definitely fucking crazy. Bro, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
I can't really... When it comes to RTU, I can't troll him. I just want answers for the questions he refuses to answer.
Fuck. Oh God,
Can I enhance his webcam? How?
If I could find all my tears and...
Bro, put some goddamn pants on. Nobody wants to see those Hank Hill fucking turkey cheeks, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Quinn, I hear he's single. Ah, he's gay, never mind.
Honestly, I don't know. What does he do? Oh, he's still on this, man. Ah! Rich, you suck.
You're having a blast at work. Is that truthful or sarcasm? Red Lantern.
All my knees want to rescue me.
The fuck? He's just spitting gibberish, dude. Did he fall to the floor again? Yo, and being alcohol drunk tired is the worst fucking tired. What's up, Kerbis? How are you?
Bro, if you can't get shit-faced and figure out how to go to sleep, you need to stop drinking.
There is no amount of water that you can drink.
TJ Stars, what's
you know
up?
What I'm saying? There's no.
We are
there's
watching
no
Rich pretend to know what he's talking about.
You feel okay the next morning.
He doesn't know politics. He thinks this is political.
Red Dead Redemption 1 is now out on PC. I bought it.
Yeah, we all saw you playing fucking Elden Ring instead of taking care of your kids.
Alex, how are you? Thank you for the shrooms. I don't know. He must have drank like a whole bottle of hard
yeah,
liquor.
Kids, they don't understand it. I can't troll kids either.
Is he just on the horse?
He is just rambling. It makes no sense. It's incoherent.
I think this stream got him rebanned. He's just...
I want to troll Tony Chase. I think I could
fun
pretend
fact,
to be
he's
the
still playing
satellite
Red Dead
man for a
Redemption 2
while.
better than Phil.
Oh wow! Ha 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 ha. Funny.
Yeah, he was banned there. Ivy knows he was banned after this stream. You can't. You could drink on stream, but if you do this or only use me blade, That's why, like, people have said, yo, I'll give you XYZ for an edible. I'm like, nah, I'm okay. Thank you.
Tony, yeah.
Do not want to open up that pan.
I was like, oh, we could troll Tony
no,
pretty
thanks.
good, but then I was like, he'd probably end up hurting somebody because he would believe it.
Does he sound like Cobra?
Yeah.
Cobra's actually been this bad. That's a true story. I've seen it.
He's been worse.
Okay. All right.
I saw King Cobra once get so shit-faced. He was yelling at his door. He went to go and walk to answer his door, and he fell and, like, smacked his head on his end table and was just laying there for, like, 10 minutes. Bro, King Cobra is absolutely worse, and he still hasn't been banned.
Do you get back up at all? Wait, he does.
Bro, can you just go on to something that's actually about politics?
Dude, what the fuck did you drink? Paint thinner? Yeah, he's just fucking...
Did he finally cut that nasty hair off,
choices,
bro?
motherfucker.
If he did,
and
good for him.
you chose to
he needs to
fuck
make
an
better life
underage girl.
Because he's not a bad guy.
You paid the
He's just
consequences,
autistic.
and yeah, the
You
rest
know?
of your life
He's
is
not-
going to be shit. Deservedly.
You know, he's not Cyrex. He's not out here going after kids. You know, he's just a guy who has mental disabilities that probably shouldn't be drinking. I empathize with King Cobra the same way I empathize with World of T-Shirts. Except World of T-Shirts is being taken advantage of, and King Cobra is putting himself up to be taken advantage of and made fun of and all that stuff. So I don't know. There's a growing issue on YouTube of mentally disabled people being exploited.
So
Rich is perfect example of that. Maybe I should turn the stream off.
Do Mama, I'll give you a 2-second synopsis. Guy used to be a Minecraft streamer. Fucked an underage girl. Talked to other underage people too, male and female. Got caught. Got in legal trouble. Now he's known as that guy, and he's trying to drink away the fact that he ruined his life. Even though they're black, I love the tidy whities.
That would be
adds
funny,
the dramatic
dude.
effect. No, dude, you could try as a person who's been sloshed off alcohol. Just alcohol alone can do this, without a doubt. Yeah, he was a fairly big Minecraft streamer, but you know, he's a fucking pedophile, literally, and molester. He had sex with an underage girl, like, full stop. it. This is just the rest of him being toast. Very exciting. All right.
None of this has been exciting,
No more
Rich.
Phil for now. Let's, this guy.
All right, so in this video, we have...
I remember I used to lightly watch Wes. What is his last name? Watson, I believe. He was that
I don't
dude
know,
who was out
bro.
of, he got out of jail and he used to like give life advice. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. But then he went the whole grifter route. Yes, you could send me the trailer, Josh. Send it to me on Instagram.
No,
Why did it take me so long to think of that?
No, this moron says that Kamala Harris is going to win Florida. She's going to win Florida. Isn't Florida a red state? Why would Kamala Harris win Florida?
All right, so in this video, we have that alpha male red pill life coach guy, Wes Watson, who will yell at you for $3,000 a month and coach you, so eventually you can yell at people and coach them.
Not?
So that they can
I
learn.
assumed it was.
Yeah, like,
is it a blue state?
I don't understand, but there's something again with that same audience I'm talking about, and it's like, wow, this is what a man is supposed to be. Let him yell at me, and I'll give him money. What is he teaching you?
Oh, it is.
Well, because he's muscular and yells?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like, how the fuck are they going to vote for Kamala Harris?
It's
like the reddest state ever.
They're jacked. They just get paid because people are like, oh, this is what a dude is supposed to be. So you have these lost soul dudes who, again, are in their late teens and 20s who are like, I'm not even trying to be a dick, who probably don't have a father figure.
These type of guys are dangerous because they'll tell somebody who isn't secure with themselves, right? Who views themselves negatively, right? They'll give them a false sense of bravado and security. Instead of actually working out their issues, they just mask it with whatever the fuck this type of thing is.
That are like, what is a man supposed to be? No, it is not supposed to be him.
The definition of a man is nebulous.
Yeah, I know that's a bold statement, comic book chat. Rich, Kyle Kalinske, we'll watch that video after this. In fact, let me pop it up on the screen now. It's funny that my YouTube channel is going, that YouTube now recommends secular talk to me again. Weird. Algorithms. Don't you fucking hate them.
Is that what it was? It was purple under Obama? Obama was very popular. Even though a lot of people like to gloss over the fact he was one of the most violent presidents we ever had.
This fucking keyboard can eat my ass.
Right?
Let's see.
I mean, more than anything, I feel that men need to come to terms with themselves, right? And understand that just because the world expects something of you doesn't mean you have to adhere to what they expect of you. You can be your own person. You don't have to be the person that shoulders everybody's burden. You can be a little selfish for yourself. You know?
All right, y'all.
You
Welcome
don't
to the
have
show.
to just be for everyone else. Nobody does.
So, the day is
and
here.
I see a lot of
it
men
is
live
officially
under that expectation.
Let's see if he's as bold.
Election day. We got a lot of stuff to get to.
Thank you
Obviously,
for
I'm
reminding me,
excited
comic
for
book.
tonight to see
What's
how
up,
it
Scott?
unfolds. I'll have my normal show for you the day after the election. I'll probably record some updates here.
Yeah, I know. That was the video I wanted to watch, but this is newer, so let's see what he has to say with updated numbers. Maybe his opinion has changed.
This guy's clearly
in
a
there
leftist.
where necessary while the election is occurring. But man, it's a big day. It's a big day. So in just a second, I'm going to show you exactly how the race stands, and maybe it'll be some indication of what's to come. For those of you who haven't seen, yesterday I already dropped my prediction video. Definitely go take a look at that. Hasn't changed since yesterday, but I'll tell you where the race stands now. Then we'll get to Trump. I mean, look, his rallies are kind of fizzling out. And he's progressively become more and more deranged and demented. I have a clip for you. He was riffing about journalists getting shot at a rally the other day.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy. And there's no that wasn't taken out of context. I saw it with my own fucking eyes.
All opinions, as
Like,
long as we
what
can
are you
understand that
well, he knows what
politics
he's doing, and his audience
is just
loves
the
it.
way we all
Today,
choose to like.
I have an
conduct our
amazing
lives,
video that
what's
More
best
Perfect
for the
Union did
community,
where they went with Tim
right?
Walz to go speak to some Trump voters.
I don't believe politics should ever be self-serving. It shouldn't be solely towards one direction, you know? I don't think politics just has to be socialism or whatever, you know? It doesn't have to only be leftist ideology or right ideology. I genuinely believe that the policy is what should be voted on. But nobody wants to get rid of
in swing
figureheads.
states, and Tim Walz flips them in real time. We'll get to a story that really highlights what this election might ultimately be about, which is a devastating story of a Texas teenager who died after being denied an abortion 3 times.
Wow.
We'll get to
Haven't heard about that.
Cardi B destroying Elon Musk. That's always fun. Kamala absolutely pounces on Mike Johnson because he shoved his foot in his mouth and said something incredibly stupid just before the election. And Alex Jones has his thoughts on what's going to happen after the election that I want to share with you. All right.
Shirtless Tipples rich coaching. Yeah. Boogie already tried the antithesis alpha male thing with his crypto scheme. No, thank you.
Right. So without any further ado, we'll jump into it. Everybody do me a big favor.
we
Please
crashed.
subscribe to the channel. That helps out big time. Costs you absolutely nothing. You can like the video. You can leave a comment. Thank you to everybody who supports this show on Patreon or tips on YouTube. Remember, guys, we are actual independent media here. I've never had a conversation with an...
Rich never has an original thought in his head. Never. Rich only parrots what everybody else says. You know, I say things, and sometimes I'm wrong. And I acknowledge that I'm wrong, and I try to amend my opinion. Rich doesn't do that. If Rich is wrong and the other person is right, he just parrots them in totality and never, ever, ever seems to have an independent thought for himself. Right? Every time Rich says something, it's usually just a prevailing leftist narrative.
Advertiser or a corporation or a billionaire...
I believe that there are 2 parties within the Republican Party, and there are 2 parties within the Democratic Party. There are the moderate and logical thinking Republicans, and then there are the extremist Republicans, right? But on the flip side of that, there are the logical thinking Democrats, and then there are the extremist left who tout fascism and saying you have to do this, you have to do that. They try and control your speech. They try and control what you get to vote for. Bro, did you know that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden enabled the military to be able to shoot the American people, according to Twitter? No, I didn't know that. Did I look it up? No. Should I? Probably. Did it affect my opinion on who I voted for? No. So I guess it's really what people do with the information that's provided and not the information itself. Right? Because Rich could have all the information in front of him and do absolutely nothing with it, and then still just go to guys like this that just validate his echo chamber, instead of going to the people who are contradictory to him, like Steven Crowder or Ben Shapiro or, you know, whoever. He's going to people who just parrot his opinion. And I can't stand this. I can't. Go to somebody who disagrees with you. Actually have a debate. Actually put your thought and opinion in the public, instead of just parroting what everybody else says so you have something to fall back on. I didn't say that. They said that. But you're validating their opinion by giving your platform to it.
Or a foreign government. You guys fund this show on Patreon, and we get the default ads on YouTube. Very proud that that's the way that we fund this show. Have not sold out, and I'm very proud of that.
Most painless way to do it, too.
I have not sold out. It's just blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Especially since I've been doing this
follower,
for over a decade. So, anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, let me start with this. So, Trump had a rally yesterday early. He did 2 rallies yesterday, I believe, but yesterday early he had a rally.
Oh my!
And
yeah, the more I get into this shit, it's going to become more of a shit show in the chat. It is what it is. Like,
bro, who
fully
cares?
Expected that today.
Look at this, man. This is, I don't know if we've ever seen this vis-a-vis Trump. He really does seem to be fizzling out. Look at, he was supposed to start the speech at 10. This was 10:06, and look at what the arena looks like.
Test. Am I echoing? No, I don't.
I want to show you guys real fast what this crowd looks like, because Donald Trump was
Doesn't mean there's not going to be votes, though.
Scheduled to take the stage at 10 a.m., and our Tony Butler is going to show you what this crowd currently
Okay, Josh. This evening, there'll be more people here, too.
looks like. We're looking at about a capacity.
I got your DM. I just want to let you know.
About 70% full here. And for 9 years, I'm going to have Tony Pan to the right. For 9 years, we have talked about the enthusiasm and the masses that have come out for Trump's rallies time and again, even at his politically lowest points, including in 2022.
And see,
but interestingly, and I can't tell you exactly
what I'm talking about. All of them tried to manipulate the factual information to further their narrative. Instead of giving you the information to form your opinion, they form the opinion for you and tell you what to believe. Fox News does it. The Young Turks do it. MSNBC does it. All of them do it. They don't give you the verbatim information. They give you the opinionated fluff piece that makes their interests look better than the alternative. And that's why you can't trust mainstream media. You really can't. But then again, can you really trust people like this who could be taking money behind the scenes to say specific things? I mean, everybody says Steven Crowder did it, right? Tim Pool quite literally is under attack by the FBI, right? For being a proposed arm of the Kremlin, bro. If that's possible, how is it impossible for our own elected officials to be doing this? We already know through Kai Cenat that the fucking Secret Service was looking for mouthpieces for Kamala Harris. They contacted him multiple times. So how do you trust anything? When all of it, every piece of information we have could just be manipulated and doctored and changed. You need to form your own opinions. Look at the shit logically and not go to clowns like these two or like me. Don't let me affect your opinion. Look it up. Find it out for yourself. You know, if you don't believe me or I'm saying something wrong, correct me. But I would implore you to never go to someone like that guy or to Rich of Review Fat USA. Never go to anybody like them. You know, the same for Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh. Don't go to them because they're clearly biased.
Why?
Breaking news, I'm ordering lunch through DoorDash.
Rich, aren't you broke?
I'm gonna get some sushi, motherfuckers. I feel like some sushi.
But in this final week, we have seen far smaller crowds. We were in Greensboro, North Carolina, where just a few thousand people. Macon, Georgia, just a few thousand people yesterday. What does that mean? Ultimately, you can only discern so much from what crowd sizes look like. But interestingly, for the first time since I've been covering Donald Trump since 2015, there's been us in the press that have been looking around questioning why the crowd sizes have been less than what we are accustomed to. There are some people that have suggested that a great many folks have already early voted, so they feel like they've done their thing. They don't got to come out. Others have said, look, he's been to North Carolina so many times. It's essentially saturated at this point, but at this point in time, it's hard not to take any little clue that there is, from early voting locations to the rallies where we're accustomed to seeing him draw thousands of people.
Yeah, but again, you're over, like, going by crowds is fucking stupid. Period. It's stupid.
Yeah, because it is. It's
Today,
situational.
that's not so much the case. We'll see what the next 3 rallies look like, though, guys.
Did the fever break? Did the fever break? That's my question for you guys. There are some indications that the fever has broken. By the way, Trump has been spending a tremendous amount of time in North Carolina, and the speculation is his internal polls in North Carolina look like a disaster. Okay, he needs North Carolina to win. He needs it. He knows that, and he won North Carolina over Biden. I want to say by like 2 points.
Exactly.
But Kamala is up.
It's the echo chamber that's so dangerous, and I feel both sides of the spectrum have developed this all or nothing, like, extremist version of what it used to be. Because if a Republican loses a presidential election, democracy is over. They stole the election. But if a Democrat loses, this is the last day of democracy. It's a dark day for America. It's like, what? So no matter what, it's the end of everything. No matter who gets elected. So at that point, what's the point? If both sides are ultimate evils that will end all life as we know it, what's the point? Evil is evil. So in that context, I guess I can understand abstaining, but I still don't get it. Why anybody would abstain from letting their voice be heard. Makes no sense.
In North Carolina.
We are crashing.
She's way stronger in North Carolina than Biden was. And so he's been there a lot, which is, it's a sign. It's a sign, right? So
all right, I'll give him that. Because if your poll numbers were on point, why would you want to go to places where you're hurting to try to rile people up to vote for you, or amp them up to vote for you, I think is the right term. Like, okay, I'll give him that. Valid point.
I'll also show you this. Marist had a big poll. By the way, in that poll, it looks like they everybody finally stopped hurting. When that Ann Selzer poll came out, the Des Moines Register poll, and it had Kamala +3 in Iowa. In Iowa. It looked like that broke the fever for the pollsters, too, when they were like, hey, let's stop lying and
Yes, I'm actually literally door dashing shrimp. Fuck.
In my younger days, I voted for Bernie.
All right. Very
but
exciting.
Looking back on it, that was dumb of me. He was never gonna win.
Almost done. Update. What?
Disabled 60-year-old, 40-year-old man struggles to order DoorDash. I wonder what would happen if he came into contact
All right, we're good
with,
to
like,
go.
leaf
It's sushi
lettuce.
time. And I got shrimp. Phil, I can't make fun of you with shrimp anymore.
Cheating and pretending it's 49-49 and everything's
make fun of
equal.
Phil at all
Let's do some
anymore.
real polls now.
You're a bigger
so this
lolcow
Marist
than
poll
he is.
Has Kamala +4 nationally. Okay, but look at this. After the votes are counted, if the candidate you support is said to have lost and their opponent is the winner, should your candidate accept the results or challenge the results? Ready? So let's start with the Kamala voters. 85% of Kamala voters say accept it. If you lose, you lose, right? Trump voters, 55% say accept it.
Because he's been pushing in their fucking brains that if he loses, it's not, he got it still. If he wins, he wins. He loses, he still won. He did that in 2020.
43% say challenge the results. In other words, Trump has primed his voters way more that never accept a loss. If we lose, we didn't actually lose. It was rigged. It was fraudulent. It was unfair. They cheated, yada, yada. Let's try to stop it by any means necessary. Guys, it's hard for a democracy to continue when one's...
Bitch, we are not a democracy, you fucking moron. We are a constitutional republic. We are a government that is governed by a constitution. We are not a democracy. These fucking guys, man. I mean,
side
we use political
keeps priming their voters
sure,
to never accept it if they lose.
We are a constitutional republic.
Right? The Democrats, for all of their flaws, this is nearly 90%, 9 out of 10, saying, yeah, if you lose, you lose. What are you going to do? Right? Again, it's a little more than half of Republicans that say accept it, which means nearly half of them say reject it. And by the way...
Which is fucking insane.
We haven't even talked about, what is it, 60, 70% believe the last election was stolen, even though it wasn't? Damn. So that's a wild poll. It's kind of a scary poll, too, given where we're at. So look at this, guys. I just brought up that Marist poll. Again, Kamala +4 overall. Look at this. Final PBS NPR Marist poll shows Harris wiping out Trump's lead among men. Trump is down.
Yeah, but these wipeouts.
No. I'm sorry. I don't see men particularly voting for Kamala Harris over Donald Trump, considering her proclivity to enslave us, to work us for free labor. I don't believe it. I don't believe Kamala is more popular among men than Donald Trump. I just don't. Despite what this poll says, I don't.
It's mean that it's going to be some contested fucking drama bullshit, which I'm not looking forward to.
From +16 among men last month to just +4 now. A 12-point swing. A 12-point swing in Kamala's direction with men. Harris still leads among women by double digits, +11.
I don't believe
so.
that.
Look, if Kamala can keep the gap with men to roughly where Biden was, right? Then and win more
felon.
women.
He very much
then
is.
That looks good. That looks good for her. I think Hillary lost men by 11 points. This is Kamala only down 4 points with men to Trump. So again, I come back to the same question. Did the fever break? Look, it's kind of crazy to point out, but it's true that that rally in Madison Square...
No, the fever didn't break. You could see it in my chat right now. The fever did not break. The fever's at 104.
Garden, it really does appear to have hurt the Trump campaign. For whatever reason, that Puerto Rico joke broke through, the Tony Hinchcliffe.
The thing of it is, I don't understand how, just because he held a rally at Madison Square Garden, how does that equate the man to being Hitler? That's the most ridiculous comparison I have ever heard the left, the extremist left, come up with.
Thing and the
is he?
The speaker
I don't
calling
know.
Hillary Clinton the devil and the
Is he
Antichrist.
because he
And
did
there was one speaker who said
thing
that
at Madison
all
Square
Democrats
Garden?
are
No.
degenerates and lowlives and Jew haters, and there was Rudy Giuliani calling all Palestinians terrorists from when they're 2 years old and up. They're taught to kill us.
He definitely has that.
Trump has been
Anderson
leaning
Cooper
into
thing
the enemy
going on.
within. The enemy within. He's running a campaign on grievance and retribution and revenge, and it looks like people are just finally fucking sick of it.
American,
It does.
German.
His numbers are
Bond?
tanking
No, I
among
haven't.
men.
I
and,
will say,
Crystal made an interesting point.
I was shocked. I have an aunt, and she's like sick of Trump shit, and she loves Trump. I'm like, ooh, that's shocking. Very shocking.
She says, did like doing the whole podcast sphere, the whole like Rogan bro sphere, did that backfire?
No.
Did that backfire? Because, like, you know, Republicans love to slam identity politics.
No, it didn't fail. It was so successful, in fact, that Google has been hiding it from search results. I can't find the shit anywhere. So either he deleted it or it's just on his Spotify. I can't find that interview with Trump anywhere.
Politics, but they play white identity politics and they play male identity politics, and it's pretty fucking heavy-handed.
Oh my God, absolutely. The whole get woke, go broke grifter thing is identity politics. Thank you for the love with the burrito.
And, you know, from my perspective, I think that men have just, you know, you look at...
Bro, the left's whole platform is identity politics, bro. Who are you? What do you identify as? What are your pronouns? Who are you as a person? It's all identity politics with the left. You know? And now, I don't disagree or agree with some of it, you know? But it's all identity politics. At the end of the day, it's all identity politics. And that's what I can't stand. You know? I genuinely believe that it's the content of the character that matters, right? Not their orientation, not who they sleep with, not their gender, not their skin color, none of it. It's who they are as a person that matters. It's the content of the character that matters. None of it, nothing else matters. You show me respect, you show me that you're respectful, and I will respect you. That's how it works.
Stokes, I still think he had there. It's too close to call.
And
anybody
the
saying
thing,
that
the thing I can't stand is the want to control speech. I can't stand that. I don't want the left to be able to control my speech, and I don't want the right to be able to control my speech. As long as what I'm saying isn't hate speech, you know, like demeaning somebody for their immutable characteristics, then I should be able to say it. Good, bad, wrong, indifferent, you should always be able to put your thoughts out there. And I feel genuinely that the left wants to control discourse rather than have the discussion.
Trump is definitely going to lose. I still
Is that
disagree
what it is?
with Kyle here.
Is that happening in Florida?
Oh God, Pokemon Go. She was such.
Wait a minute. Are you? Do they not give minority persons in Florida equal access to home insurance? Bro, that's if that's the case, that's fucked. There should be nothing that I can do that someone else can't.
The two campaigns, and after a while with Trump, it's just like, you're kind of a psycho, right? Like, you're kind of out there. You're really extreme. And that could just make you go, you know what? Enough with this. All right, so let's continue here. Now, we talked about the Iowa Seltzer poll. Had Kamala +3.
Yeah, I voted this morning too, and thank you.
13 companies left.
Like, might as well do a 12-hour stream.
Reason why that matters is...
If I was to have a shot in the dark, I think companies might end up leaving places like California and Florida for the same reasons, but I think it all has to do with Disney. And Ron DeSantis revoking their, what was it, where they were able to govern themselves, basically. I can't remember what it was, but it gave them certain rights. I can't remember. But I think it might have something to do with that. And Ron DeSantis saying that businesses really shouldn't be used for political aims, which is completely redundant. Because tell me what politician doesn't run off a super PAC?
If Trump was leading by 7 or less, that would be a bad
Too
poll
many
for him.
sinkholes?
If that poll was Trump plus 7,
my God. Well, I mean, what do they expect when they build houses on swampland?
that would be a bad
It's like, hey,
indicator
let's build a road over
for
this
the entire
water.
election for the Trump team. Because if he's only up 7 in Iowa, that means he's really questionable in other swing states. Okay?
How?
But to put this in perspective for you, how amazing that poll was for Kamala, look at this. So this is the final Seltzer poll findings versus the actual results, okay? In 2022, her poll had Republicans plus 12. The final result was Republicans plus 12. In 2020, for president, it had Trump plus...
Yeah, we're not going to know for a while. I would be absolutely
I don't like all of
either
these
them
people that just
had a
come out here and
landslide
try and
today.
present
Like, I just
ifs
no.
and ands as fact.
plus 7 over Biden. The final result was Trump plus 8
If wishes
over Biden.
were fishes,
in 2020,
the world would be
the
an
Senate
ocean,
was Republican plus 4. The result ended up being Republican plus 7. Okay, that's her biggest miss yet, and it's a 3-point miss.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, more. 2018 governor race had it Democrat plus 2. It was Republican plus 3. So that's her biggest miss. 5 points. 5-point miss. Okay, here we go. 2016 for president. It had Trump plus 7 over Hillary. The result was Trump plus 9 over Hillary. 2014 for Senate. It was Republican plus 7. The final result was Republican plus 8. 2012 for president. It had Obama plus 5 over Romney. The result was Obama plus 6 over Romney. Her record is phenomenal. This record has Kamala plus 3 in Iowa. Look, this was the biggest thing that took me from... I kept going back and forth between like small Kamala win and bigger Kamala win, right? And in the back of my mind, maybe Trump could eke it out, barely. But when I saw this poll, I went, no, I think it's probably going to be a bigger Kamala win. I think
All
right, more. Des Moines Register poll has Trump plus 18 versus Biden in Iowa. That was in June. Biden was losing Iowa by 18 points. 18. Then, in July, late July, Iowa did a 6-week abortion ban that went into effect. And apparently got a lot of media coverage there, and people were pissed off about it, right? Then, a Des Moines Register poll in September, so just after that, shows 59 to 37% opposition to the new abortion law. 69% among women. 69% of women were against it. And that showed a Trump lead over Harris at just 47 to 43. Then all fall, you had a spending campaign by...
I think abortion rights are probably the most contentious thing that we will ever have in politics, because it boils down to who gets to decide whether or not a life is a life. And, I mean, in that discussion, how can you divorce women's autonomy from the life of the child? And that's the biggest hang-up for me. How are we going to ensure the rights of women while also ensuring the right to a life? How do you do that? Because at the end of the day, someone's going to have to be diminished in order for the other person's rights to be realized. No, I'm saying, like, for me, from what I've seen and where I live, it's probably the most contentious. Because I live in the heart of liberal country, bro.
Democrats on the abortion ban. And now the final Des Moines Register poll has...
for the massive dead air there. I was just close because the pollsters hurting their results to avoid... Yes, that is true too. I talked about that before. They don't want to seem... Whoever wins, if they were like, oh... They don't want to seem like, we fucked up.
I appreciate you very much, Medusa Jr. Thank you for the kind words, and I hope you have a very good day.
Special.
As Kamala up 3 over Trump. So in other words, you can really trace a bunch of events, link a bunch of events that led to this logical outcome Republicans are way out over their skis, and one of the areas where they are for sure is abortion.
Yeah,
you can't do a 6-week abortion ban, super draconian. Everybody in your state's fucking against it, but you do it without having a backlash. And so again, I want to reiterate, before the abortion ban, this was a state that was Trump plus 18 over Biden. Now it's Kamala plus 3 over Trump.
That's really, I actually agree with that. It's just, I don't know. And I feel maybe I'm not equipped enough to speak on it. Maybe I should do some more research and figure out some more shit. But I don't know. Honestly, what defines life? And what defines taking a life? Does removing a mass of cells constitute killing a life? But on the flip side of that, who says that that isn't a life? Because isn't it like 10 weeks you start to hear like what is it? Some kind of heart, it's not a heartbeat, but it's like electrical impulses or some shit like that. I don't know.
Wow, man. Wow. Here's more from that poll.
Biden is one step away from fucking Weekend at Bernie's.
In that poll, the Seltzer poll, independent women back Harris by a 28-point margin, 57% to 29%. That's huge. Senior women support her by more than a 2-to-1 margin, 63% to 28%. Guys, senior women
so
usually
then, what like in the gestation period, what is it before it starts to like turn into the human form? Right? Because I hear a lot about the massive cells and zygotes and all of this. What is it genuinely? Oh, okay, yeah. That's exactly that. I guess I'm just it's a zygote. Yeah. So then it's technically not alive, but it has like signs of development, basically. I don't know. Oh no, I'm not stupid. I genuinely don't know enough about the gestation process to comment on it. And it's like I don't want to misspeak and offend somebody. You know, I want to have discussion.
This is
so why? So how am I guess
stem cells?
If I voted for Kamala,
that makes a lot of sense.
But I'm a realist. That's the thing that's funny is that
I think the coolest technological advancement in modern society is when we figured out that stem cells can regenerate like damaged nerves and stuff like that. I think that was a big advancement for humanity and disabled.
People think if you're not just polarized that you're go watch Fox. People were telling me to go watch Fox News. I told you guys about them. I'm like, what the fuck? Me? Really? Okay, sure. All right.
63 to 28 for the Democrat.
Bro, microscopes.
Look at this. This is another huge point. Oh, I've been misstating this fact. I was off. I've been saying 95 or 96% of Democrats support Harris. Wrong. 97% of Democrats support.
Of course, I filled out the whole ballot.
For Kamala. Only 89% of Republicans support Trump. Now, this person is speculating here and says this is why Kamala wins Florida.
Speculation.
So I gave you guys just to remind everybody.
I don't think she's going to win Florida. No fucking way.
I gave you guys my most bearish take for Kamala, my most direct, most likely take for Kamala and my most bullish take for Kamala. So for me, the bearish case for Kamala is still Kamala winning 276 to 262, right? So in this scenario, she wins Nevada, loses Arizona, loses Georgia, loses North Carolina, but wins Pennsylvania and the rest of the blue wall. Okay?
Pennsylvania is up for grabs, man, at least from what I've seen.
This is my worst case for
That's
Kamala.
awesome.
My most likely case
That's
is just she
actually
gets all the
awesome.
swing states. So that would be
My
Florida,
parents
yeah,
did that
I
with
almost
art
guarantee.
with me.
If I'm wrong, I'm
which
wrong.
is why I
ain't a political analyst, but I follow.
I love
a bit.
comic books.
I would be shocked
for that
if
very
she
reason.
won Florida.
When I was a kid, my
I
parents
just don't
every
see it.
time
Nevada, Arizona,
every time I'd get,
Georgia,
like, an
North
A
Carolina,
on
Pennsylvania.
a report card, bro. They were bringing me comic books. They were bringing me art supplies. I really did love drawing as a kid. I wish I could get back
and the blue
into
wall.
it, but fuck, I'm so busy
Right?
all the time.
But then I gave you guys my most bullish take for Kamala, and that was this one. She wins all the swing states.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dr. Evo. 100% agree with you.
Plus Iowa, where that poll had her +3.
Yeah, it was a contentious
and
time.
Florida.
Pretty bad.
This would be just an astonishing.
I don't care. I've already said I don't think he's down and out. I'm not going to have a meltdown. You are,
dude. My internet might be
misunderstood with that one, and I've made that
It's
abundantly
crashing.
clear. Are you D'Angelo, like the R&B singer? Welcome. Brown sugar, babe. I get high off of love, don't know how to behave.
Message.
Please
and it's on
never
the table.
do that again.
I want to be clear about that. It's on the table. I think this one is more likely, Kamala 319, but Kamala 355 is absolutely on the table.
Get out of here. You think she's going to get 355 electoral votes? You are, Kyle. No, I am whole. No, she's not going to. That is insanity. That's a blue wave you're insinuating. There is no scenario that that's happening. And this is coming from a person that voted for Kamala. That is silly.
Oh, nice. Big ups, Mama TJ.
So some new interesting nuggets in NBC's new poll this morning. This, to be fair, is from November 3rd, a few days ago. Kamala is +9 on looking out for the middle class, and Kamala is +5 on representing change. In other words, trying to tar her as the incumbent who owns like everything happening now. It didn't work. Kamala is also +10 on bringing the country together. Trump is only earning 9% of black support, lower than the 12% he got in 2020. Now, the reason why that's important is, you know, whenever it's not an election year, you have these polls come out and say, oh, Republicans are getting a bigger share of black voters and Latino voters. But then when the election...
But that is a fact, though. That is a fact. I've seen a lot of Latino, black, Asian support for Donald Trump.
Election rolls around, it's like, is it actually going to prove itself when it comes to pulling the lever for them? And I always said, I'll believe it when I see it. Right now, it looks...
Yeah, I would shit my pants if she got fucking Florida. Like, I just, no, stop. I know people from Florida. Like, it's just, no, it's not going to happen immediately. Stop it. If it does, I'll shove the Mac Mini that I'm getting Friday up my ass. I shouldn't say that because people will be like, Rich made a promise and didn't keep it. I wanted that up his fucking hole.
Bro, you gotta stop, dude. That's disgusting. Nobody wants anything anywhere near you, bro. Especially
looks like we're
any
moving
part
more
of
towards...
them.
It may have been overstated. Okay. Latest ABC News poll has Harris up nationally +3. And even better are the internals. Harris is only losing white women by 4, a group Biden lost by 11 in 2020. And Harris is only losing white men by 11, a group Biden lost by 23 in 2020.
Nah, he won't win New York. As pretty much positive as I am that Kamala won't win Florida.
It's this false
He won't
narrative,
win New
dude.
York.
It's this false narrative that Trump is always for division. I'll admit, I've seen him say some divisive things. But to sit here and say that he's a out-and-out racist with the voter base that he has, people don't agree.
No way.
That's
Jesus
not my
Christ.
opinion. That's based
That's
off
big.
of his
That's
voter
big.
base. I mean, look at it.
Here we go. Clark County just dropped a partial mail batch of 10,000 ballots, and it was 40% Dem, 40% other, 20% GOP. They are so fucked, meaning Republicans. Late mail is going
It
to
really
bury them.
is stupid.
So in other words, the early voting in Nevada included early in-person voting. Republicans like to vote in person. So it looked early on, the first few days, like, oh, wow, Republicans are doing really well in this. There's a problem with it. You're going to run.
And you know they're going to do the same thing. Oh, they're finding votes. Get the fuck out of here, dude. It's just mail-in votes. And they have to get them and count them.
Yeah, that was one
It's
thing
always been a
that
thing.
was awkward
It
with
just became
Republicans. They
contested
didn't
because Donald
understand
Trump's
what,
a piece of shit.
Mail-in voting is. It
Run out of old rural white Republican voters relatively quickly. That's exactly what happened.
Oh
right?
my
So
God.
they started out up here.
I hate
then
this
that
fucking
petered out.
narrative, bro. It's just not the. It's not the fucking truth. It's not the truth, right? Donald Trump didn't win because every white person voted for him. It's such a reductive fucking argument, and it takes the agency away from the people who are voting, right? Oh, Donald Trump only won because of the rural white American. They voted him into office. No. In fact, when Donald Trump won his initial presidency, he lost the popular vote. The people didn't vote for him. It was the Electoral College that won him the presidency. And that's why so many Democrats now want it removed. Because it changed the outcome of an election. But isn't it what that's there for? What the fuck does the Electoral College even do? Let's figure it out. Echo, what does the Electoral College do?
The Electoral College is the process by which the President of the United States is elected. Each state has the amount of electors equal to the number of representatives they have in the House and the Senate, resulting in a total of 538 electors. After Election Day, the electors meet in their respective states to cast ballots for President and Vice President, where a simple majority of 270 votes is required to secure victory. Electors from both parties are selected prior to Election Day, but only the party of the candidate who wins in each state send their electors to vote, except Maine and Nebraska, which determine electors proportionally.
Well, there we have it.
And Democratic
It sounds
votes
like
and
it's a
independent
lot
votes
more
have gone
than
up, up, up,
just,
up, up, up,
oh,
up.
it's
and so
these opinions.
personally, I don't think Nevada is going to be close. I think it's going to be Kamala relatively easily, even though there were misleading news stories early on when the early voting first started where it said, oh, Republicans are doing really well. It was a mirage. It was a mirage. It's the early in-person voting that made it look like they were doing really well.
It's a mirage like that pasted on hairline, bro.
All the old
there's too
Republicans
much
went out to vote in
confidence
person the
in
first
either
day.
direction.
Then that tapered off, and the Democrat numbers went up, 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 up. Okay, more. Look at this, guys. This is amazing.
Where's my fucking shirt?
YouGov poll. 1 in 8 women say they have voted differently than their partner without telling them. Holy shit. That's a colossal number. 1 in 8 women.
Dude,
Yeah, there may
I'm
be
telling
people
you,
in the other direction,
I'm sick of like political extremists. I can't stand when people say we have to do this, we have to do that, but they never want to come to the middle and say, okay, we need to do this. What is your proposal? It seems to always be partisan politics. It's what's best for the party, not what's best for the people. And that's what I genuinely believe of Democrats. Wholeheartedly. They put ideology over pretty much everything. And I can't fucking stand it.
Who don't want to admit they want to support Trump. I'm just saying. And again, I voted for Kamala, so don't even fucking tell me that I'm trying to gaslight anybody.
Dude, I'm a centrist
Stop.
that leans left.
So, look, the takeaway from this is there going to be a sleeper
voted
Kamala
for
vote?
Trump.
I think there is. And is that sleeper Kamala vote going to be...
Yeah, dude, like all of a sudden mail-in voting became an issue in fucking 2020. Fuck you. Not you, but you know what I'm saying.
all different types of women, different demographics, different age groups? Yes. And again, we're already seeing that in the Seltzer poll. This is going to be wild, y'all. All right, here we go. Harris campaign reports the following on Saturday alone. They knocked on 807,000 doors in Pennsylvania. They made 940,000 calls and knocked on 215,000 doors in Wisconsin, made 721,000 phone calls and knocked on 256,000 doors in Michigan. So, understand.
Oh,
understand
just burp
something.
like me, Kyle. Be a
This
man.
is at the same time, and I'm not kidding about this. This isn't a joke. Trump handed over his canvassing operation to Elon Musk and Charlie Kirk. Those guys don't...
Oh, yo, those fucking circus clowns. Stop.
This is the same guy that champions Chint Uyghur all the fucking time, bro.
Come on, man.
Know what the fuck they're doing. Let's just call a spade a spade. They don't know what the fuck they are doing.
You ain't wrong,
There's already
TJ.
been endless stories.
It's all good, Orange Yoshi. My thing is this.
I was really socialist.
Especially
when I was younger. I believed that we should try and take care of people when they can't take care of themselves. Now, as a grown-ass man, understanding the way of the world, I'm really sick of people just expecting everybody to handle their shit for them. Take some agency with your life. Take some responsibility for your action or inaction and do something about it. Stop complaining about it. You complaining isn't going to change it. And that's what I can't stand. Because nowadays, people think just complaining about something will make it change. Instead of taking steps to enact said change, they want other people to do it for them.
if I'm going to talk about this stuff, how could I not vote?
Because you're a hypocritical moron.
Bless you, Phil. Oh, it locked up again. Real? What the fuck is going on? Chrome has lost the plot.
Of you know, basically, Elon's
Natsu
people have
saying
sort of
birds.
scammed him, and they did fake registrations, and they were all trying to get a piece of that money that he was handing out.
Natsu being here will save the business.
And again, Charlie Kirk, these people are not experts and professionals in this. To hand over your canvassing operation to them, apparently they don't have a good list of which doors to knock on, who are likely Republican voters. They ended up
I voted in 2020. Yes, I did.
knocking on doors that were Democratic voters,
That
or
was the
getting
first time I
unlikely,
voted.
going to register
Bro,
voters who are not likely to
every
vote.
time-
It was just a clusterfuck for the
Every time I hear these people say, oh, this person doesn't know this, that person isn't educated in that. Okay, debate them. Prove that they don't know what they're talking about. Dissect their points and show that they don't know shit, instead of talking out of your ass and just saying they don't know what they're talking about. Prove it. And that's what I can't stand. Why when you ask somebody for proof, they act like you're asking them for their social security number? It's like, can you prove that ice cream is made of cream? Oh, how dare you? You're asking me all these unnecessary questions because of all of this. No, just answer the fucking question. And it happens every time. The fucking gaslighting. Right? Exactly, TJ.
The Republicans. So in other words, the ground game for Trump is horrendous. Now, to be fair, the ground game for Trump in 2016 was horrendous, and he still ended up winning. But the difference is you have the ground game for Trump is bad this time, but also Kamala's ground game is genuinely good in a way that Hillary's wasn't, because Hillary...
Big Cheese is voting for my 200.
Very famously,
You're
she
right
didn't
again,
campaign in some
TJ.
crucial states
They
that you would have needed to campaign
actually are.
in. Kamala and Tim Walz have been everywhere, right? So they're taking...
No, he hasn't. Tim Walz has been in a hole, which I don't think it was his own doing, but I think it was like, shh, don't say populist things. The donors don't like it. That's really what I think it was. I said that right when I started the stream.
taking Trump seriously as a threat. Okay.
Look, I think it's funny how Kamala Harris says she's not for all of these things, right? But then she picks Tim Walz, a guy that's for everything she says she's not. Makes absolute sense.
Look at this. This was on CNN. Voters tomorrow is projecting record youth voting totals. Michigan up 221%, Pennsylvania up 102%, North Carolina up 53%.
I'm going to start going into live shit probably like around 5 or 6. I would say 6 more so. I'm going to play some games. We'll play games, play some Call of Duty. I'll play some Fear on integrated graphics on a computer that's fucking the size of a charger.
Wow. Wow. So now, let me play this for you. So just to temper our expectations for a moment, I played you in the past, I played you Harry Enton's bullish case for Trump and his bullish case for Kamala. Me personally, I found the bullish case for Kamala more convincing. Basically, the only argument in favor of Trump is the right track, wrong track number, where it's like 25% of the country says, or 25, 28% of the country, whatever the exact number is, says we're headed on the wrong track. Question is, do people blame Kamala for that directly? I think the answer to that is no. When you look at favorability overall, Kamala is way more popular than Trump is in a head-to-head. But here I'm going to tell you what the dominant narrative has been on.
The thing I want to ask Kamala the most, if I got to ask her a question, if you were for all of these things and now you want to change America, you had 4 years to do so. Why did you sit on your hands and do nothing for 4 years while you allowed our country to fall to despair, basically? There are people out here that are homeless who just 10 years ago were middle-class Americans. You had all of this time to fix the things you said were wrong, yet nothing is fixed, and we're in a worse place than we were 4 years ago. Why didn't you fix anything? But now you want everybody to believe that you're going to come out here and with guns a-blazing, fists a-swinging? No fucking way. You're lying. What the fuck is that? One sec, I'll be right
TV.
back.
What the dominant narrative has been from pollsters, to be fair, I think they're hurting and just punting and saying, oh, it's tied, and just running with that, try to protect their reputations, even though I think, ironically, that would hurt their reputation more if it's a big win. But they act like, whoa, we thought it was close. That's still bad for them. Okay.
Yeah, I could believe that, too. In either direction. Like, if they think Trump is going to win and he doesn't, they don't want to look bad. If they think Kamala is going to win and she doesn't, they don't want to look bad. They want to be the trusted source for polls. Fucking idiots.
Okay, but here we go. This is the stuff that they're saying on CNN now.
It's just tight. I guess that we're familiar to a little bit more blue across.
Yeah, watch how it plays games. Your Mr. Uncle Bingo. I love that.
That
name.
actually makes
You'll see in a
sense.
few minutes. We'll see in a few minutes.
These battleground states than we're seeing right now. But look, it's historically tight, right? Arizona's the widest margin at +3 for Trump. Georgia +2, +1 in North Carolina, a tie in Nevada. You come over here, I think the biggest shift is we're used to seeing blue down here, less than a point lead for Harris in Wisconsin, a point lead in Michigan. But it's actually red. We got red in Pennsylvania. If you take the average of polls, again, it's so tight. But it's Trump by barely.
That sounds... so tight. Listen, I'm getting my edibles in a minute. What is he vaping? Wasn't he a cigarette smoker for a while? He went over to vaping.
Less than a point in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. But the bottom line is this. This has been a historically tight race. It continues to be a historically tight race. And I really have no real...
And you're a historically tight man.
...concept of who is going to win on Tuesday. If you, the viewer, do know, please give me a call at 718-POLLSTER, and then you could tell me.
Don't believe it, Harry. I don't think anybody knows. But there is always this race to
wrong
270 to see who gets the electoral votes they need to win. What is that looking like?
Yeah, so, essentially, I want to point out a few little things here. If we look right now, sort of in the momentum that we're kind of seeing here. This, I think, kind of gets the point that I was trying to make, a shift perhaps and a little bit of momentum here. If you took an aggregate across the battlegrounds last month, a month ago in October, when I can't believe that was a month ago, it was Harris by less than a point. You'll look here now on November.
Sushi, birds, weed. Yes.
What? 1 million. 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 1 milli
Actually, I'll let you choose. I shouldn't do this because I know there's fucking regarded people here now, but...
Dude, listen to him struggle to breathe, man.
There you go. I can't get any more. That's the most blunt instrument poll. You're eating sushi right now, Cheetah Man? I'm proud of you.
One, it's Trump by less than a point across the battleground states. But the key thing to keep in mind is that the average state polling miss is this. It's 3.4 points. So when you see stuff like this and you're going from less than a
Good for you trying to quit smoking cigarettes.
point to less than a point, you could say maybe there's a slight hint of Trump momentum, but that is well within any margin of error, Sarah. That's well
We will wait until 200 votes.
with any margin of error.
This is just so tight. Nobody should be making any predictions, is what you're saying.
Nobody should
Wrong.
be making any predictions, but I'm going to just kind of show you what's going on here in terms of that map that you asked me. Look, Donald Trump, 281 electoral votes, right? If we take it across,
Bro,
because he
I know
gets
when I start
here on the East
smoking,
Coast.
I go from about a 6 to about a 10. Because I'm naturally hot as it is. So when I start smoking, it just adds that cool factor. So...
Right, he gets Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia.
was the
He gets
dumbest
Arizona,
thing I've
Nevada, way
ever
too close to
said.
goal. Gets to 281. But what happened?
Yeah, it's anyone's game. How do you, like... I mean, yeah, I do agree with Kyle that they are, the pollsters are being timid.
Sir, what
They're
happens? I
being
mentioned that
timid.
3.4 points. What if you get a polling miss that benefits Kamala Harris? Well, then she wins all of these states, all these battlegrounds. Here as well on the Southwest, you get Kamala Harris to 319. But the polling miss could go the other way, right? And then Trump gets all these states, all these states, all these states, and you get Trump to 312 electoral votes. So the bottom line is this, Sarah
I agree
Seiler.
with you.
I didn't know who's going to win on Monday. I don't know who's going to win on Friday. I'm not going to know until the votes are cast and the ballots are counted. This election is historically close. And again, if you know who's going to win, please give me a call so I can actually inform the audience.
So here's why I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it because there was no comment there about, number one, the major pollsters who are supposedly the most reputable herding, which means basically punting and calling it 50-50, right? Or 1 point up here, 1 point down here. They don't mention that. And they also don't mention there is an entire cottage industry of Republican pollsters whose sole job is to pretend like Republicans are up way more than they are, right? Now, to be fair, people say, well, those pollsters were the most correct in 2020. But what they don't tell you is they were the most incorrect in 2022, which is more recent, when everybody and their grandma said there was going to be a mass...
Well, it's also, in either direction, it's more beneficial. Best handheld for upscaled Wii emulator dock. That's a... Anything with AMD integrated graphics. Doesn't matter the brand. It's just... There's so many things that do great emulation now. You just got to do some research on it. I'm not super familiar.
Massive red wave, a historic red wave. All those pollsters said, the biggest red wave you've ever seen. And it wasn't. It was barely a red trickle. Democrats massively overperformed.
Bro,
okay, so if you have one cottage industry of like 10 different pollsters that are right-wing hack pollsters who are lying, and then the rep...
They always say, this will be the end of democracy if the Republican Party wins or if the Democratic Party wins. It's always the end of everything. It's always the most extreme, and I can't stand it.
Reputable pollsters are just punting and calling it 50-50. It's giving you a misleading picture of a super close race, or if anything, Trump is slightly up. When all of the real data we have, if anything, is showing the opposite. Namely, there's one super thorough poll from YouGov. They are not herding. They did 48,000 likely voters, and they found Kamala +4. The Seltzer poll had Kamala +3 in Iowa.
But with the Electoral College, don't you need to have a way higher...
Well, a state she should be losing by 10 points. And then you have the early voting numbers, which have been very good for Kamala and the Democrats. And so this is what they're saying. I'm way more bullish on Kamala than they are, which is why my bad map for Kamala, as I pointed out, is Kamala 276. My good map for Kamala is Kamala 355, where she wins Iowa and Florida.
No, I'm sick of fucking analog. I hate their customer service. I hate their rollout of products. I hate the games they play with products. They're no longer like this uber small startup. Like the whole game with things like selling out instantly and how it's just I'm sick of them. I can't stand them, to be quite honest with you.
And Florida. Okay. Where was I? Let's keep going here. Okay, PredictIt is one of the betting markets that is not totally consumed by foreign crypto whales, and they have Kamala up, but it's 51-49. So the betting markets are super tight. A lot of people bring up Polymarket. Polymarket is an offshore crypto betting thing. So, and you have, you know, Musk tweeted about it and got a bunch of his little sycophantic crypto weirdo bros to go bet a lot of money on Trump. And so this is part of their strategy, by the way. Make it seem like Trump is inevitable, then if Trump loses, they're...
I knew that you tried. When it was at 200, it was 51%. I could get stoned. I was purposely watching. You tried. You tried. Aw.
They were going to cry foul.
Man, even with the interesting group of people here, it still went out. I'm impressed. Thank you.
And say the election was stolen and basically try to steal it themselves. But so a lot of the betting markets had Trump up pretty big, like, oh, 65%. He's up, right? And
you were
that's always been bullshit. It's always been bullshit. And this is a betting market that's not consumed by foreign crypto whales, and it has Kamala as a slight favorite. By the way,
but the thing is, I'll keep it real with you. If the no won, I wouldn't have had it. You see the poll right there. There was actually extra votes.
In recent days, it's almost like the fever's broken a little bit, and you've had some more real polls like that Marist poll that came out. And I got to be honest, I think it was the Anselmo thing that made
super quality
other pollsters
Thank
go,
you, bro.
oh,
I appreciate
we're going to look ridiculous if we have this 50-50 and Kamala wins 355 electoral votes. So now it's like at the last minute.
You really don't think she's going to win that in any scenario. Stop.
Might be trying to course correct a little bit. Okay, senior Harris campaign staff says their internal data shows Harris winning battleground state voters who have made up their minds in the last week by double-digit margins. Late breakers going to Kamala by double digits. They say that Trump's MSG rally was the last straw for late-breaking undecided voters. I don't know if I have any of these numbers up here right now, but I've seen polls now of Puerto Rican Americans and Hispanic, and the numbers are overwhelming that they're like, yeah, no, I'm not voting for Trump now. I was on the fence. Now I'm not going to vote for Trump. I'm going to vote for Kamala. There's a lot of that going on. For whatever reason, that broke through. All right, more. Might be the biggest thing I show you guys in this segment. This might be the biggest thing. You ready? Early voting in swing states by gender. Ready? Arizona, 52% female vote, 46% male vote. Nevada, 50% female vote, 48% male vote. Pennsylvania, 56% female vote.
That's a big deal.
44% male
yeah,
vote. Georgia,
I think I might
56% female vote, 44% male vote. North Carolina, 55% female.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I didn't think he could be this boring. I really didn't think he could be this boring. But this is so boring.
Vote, 45% male vote. Michigan, 55% female vote, 45% male vote. Wisconsin, 55% female vote, 44% male vote. Kamala is crushing among women, and there are way more women voting. In other words, if you're the...
Yeah, that was doctored. That isn't real. I've seen that before, Phoenix. The picture of Donald Trump naked getting spray tan. I'm sure it doesn't look much different, but it's not real. So don't worry, what you were seeing was a made-up image. It still is horrifying nonetheless, but...
Trump campaign, the math ain't mathin', bro. The math is not mathin'. How are you supposed to win if she's up big with women and women are voting way more? You tell me. You tell me. So, look, we're all going to find out together, right? But again, I want to warn you guys right now. Yeah, you need to understand this. It is very likely we have a red mirage scenario again. The red mirage scenario is... They usually count, in most of the states, they count the votes from Election Day first. If you do that, it's going to look like Trump and the Republicans are up a lot, right? But then when the mail-in votes come in, Democrats win the mail-in votes by a very large margin.
And there goes the shit show again. All of a sudden they're finding these votes. It's mail-in votes. But you know, they're already planning shit. It's already been confirmed that they're going to try to muddy the fucking waters.
Where
margin, so it'll look like Republicans are out to a big lead, and then the Democrats will close the gap, close the gap, close the gap, close the gap, and eventually surpass the Republicans. Very overwhelmingly likely Kamala wins the popular vote, but also I would say likely she wins the Electoral College. But it's going to look early on like, oh my God, the Republicans are winning, Trump is winning. What I fear is going to happen, in fact, I put money on the fact that this is going to happen, is Trump is going to come out and try to claim victory when they're still counting the votes and they're early on in the voting process by saying, look how much I'm up, and anything that comes in.
Of course, he already did that. Of course he's going to do that. He's going to do it on steroids this time.
Now it's fake. Anything that comes in now is a fraudulent vote.
This is fucking boring. Why would you take anything this fucking guy says seriously at all? He's clearly biased, bro. He's making things up based on nothing. Based on nothing. But opinions of other people based on opinions of other people who got their opinions from other people who saw early numbers and like a fucking psychic was like, this is what's going to happen. But no. No. They're both dumb as hell, bro. But anyway, I can't handle anymore. I'll be back tonight to restream Rich if he's still on, bro. But holy fuck, he's dumb as hell. Holy shit. Alright, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you later. Biased as fuck, bro. Absolutely.